Well, what do you know? F3 plus P really does work. That's pretty cool. I got a pretty helpful comment on the last episode. Was it the last episode? No, I think episode 205. I don't know. They all go by so fast sometimes. Anyways, you do F3 plus P so that the game doesn't pause whenever you Alt tab. So I can actually hit the recording and you don't see the menu, except I'm gonna make you see the menu anyways. Anyways, hello. How are you guys doing? Welcome back. 207. This reminds me of that SpongeBob episode. I'm sure you've seen it. Day something. You know, I actually don't remember what it was about. Maybe someone will remind me. I'm feeling a little yappy right now. Anyways, what we did last time. Let's go check things out. We set up the Nakoda reactor. And this guy actually generates us a very, might I say, inappropriate amount of power. And I mean that in the best possible way. It's so strong. And I'm thinking that today I want to make sure that it's running to the best of its abilities and doesn't have any issues. And that also includes a lot of other machines. So really just picking up the slack. So I have like an emergency alarm for this thing whenever it has issues. And it plays that. You don't hear any noise because it's running okay. So if I check all the inputs, it has plenty of gelid cryothium. It has... that's not plenty atomic separation catalyst. I have to deal with that. Liquid air, we're pumping that directly, and it has like no fuel. So what I would like to do today is make sure that we're actually generating enough stuff to keep this running nonstop if we need to, because we're going to need a ton of power. And best to deal with that, right? Anyway, some exciting news. It was actually, if you guys weren't aware, since the last episode, we actually hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. And oh man, that's a big deal to me. So if you happen to be watching this VOD or the stream or the live stream even, I appreciate everyone's time and support. It means a lot. Now we got way more to come. So what do I need to do to make more of this based? I said that by accident. Based fuel. What do I need to make more of this? Nether star dust. We can just drill this, right? We can get this from somewhere. Yeah. I know we can mine this from somewhere. Barnard E. We actually do have a miner out there, so we can actually do that. So I think I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go take a visit to Barnard E. There we go. Why did you stop, sir? Shut down. Why? Did you stop? You probably stopped somewhere. I don't know why it would stop. Actually, where's my miner? We have a miner in Vega B. That's right. Hang on. Vega B is where I have a miner at. And this is for the Infinity Catalyst and the Awakened Draconium. Now, can I get Nether Star out of here as well? We have a B for it, worst case scenario, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just pump it. Yeah, we do. Okay, so I just need to set up Nether Star ore there. Vega B. I gotta repair you. Break. It's been like, what, 2 weeks since the last episode? Almost 2 weeks, actually. Yeah, the 17th was the last time I played, and it's been quite a... You might be wondering where I've been, but it's been quite a busy last couple of days. My brother had the audacity to graduate from high school. And he's the youngest in our family, so it was kind of a big deal. No, but it was just a lot of family time. It's just how it is towards the end of the school year, right? Lots of events happening and whatnot. So I've just been kind of busy doing stuff like that. It is kind of coming down to a close though, so I should be being able to stream a little more often. It's not where I'm supposed to do it. It's supposed to be right here, actually. I say that, and then I'm gonna be absent tomorrow and Sunday as well. Me and my brothers actually have planned to do a little bit of recording. We're gonna play some Gang Beasts and Overcooked. We're gonna do like a little cool, funny little recording of us playing those games. And we're gonna be in costumes and everything, so keep an eye out. I'm not gonna stream it because I don't really want to take my streaming setup over there to my brother's place, but he's gonna be recording all of us, and it's gonna be a good time. So keep an eye out for that. I'm excited. It's always fun to play games with them. I need to drink some water. Okay, so we now have a way to get nether stars. Sweet. We were getting nether stars before with bees, but I just don't want to rely on bees too much. And that's exactly why it keeps shutting down, and then we have it clogs. It likes to clog a lot. Eventually, I would love to have this on the main network along with all of our other stuff because it's on a subnet and it keeps jamming. I would love to have it on the main network, but I'm going to wait until we get the what's it called? The integrated ore factory. This guy. This is our next major goal. It's getting this guy going. It's probably not that expensive, except the fact that we need UEV circuits, which we're not there yet. So I'm just gonna do what I can to keep the fuel crafting more often. And this also means I'm gonna have this subnetwork attached to the main net as well. I'm gonna have to deal with Nether Star ore as well. Yeah, because we can't really do anything with that one. How to make Nether Star? Let's just straight up cook it into that. Hang on, do I even have Nether Stars? I'm curious here. Yeah, we have plenty of those. I would just keep them as both, honestly. So I'm going to, I think sifting it is the best option, right? Because there is a recipe to turn this, to compress this, but it's UEV powered. Sir, all of you are a little annoying. It's a is it just an implosion compressor? Guess so. I thought you can use a regular compressor for this. I guess not. Or they must have changed the recipe somehow. I'm just going to sift it, so you're going to be right here. Right there. And then we need to be able to get Nether Star and the actual stars and put them up in the storage box up there. Again, this is all going to go away once we get the integrated ore factory, and I think I'm going to transition to just using AE2 drives instead. I have an idea for this, but we're going to have to wait a little bit for that. Right there and right there. Sweet. Okay. That's one thing dealt with. So that's Nether Star dealt with. What else do we need for the Mark II Naquadaw based? I'm going to start looking up for based now. How much do I need for this? We can actually craft it now. I'm going to trust that we have enough stuff to just keep this going. And what about the atomic separation catalyst? What are you missing? Silicon of all things. That's so funny. I can mine for it or just set up a chemical reactor loop? Which one's easier? Mm. A chemical reactor loop would need 2 machines, which I can probably cram here or hang on. Or just set up a recipe for it, honestly. Which I might just do. Alright, I'm gonna do that. You need magnesium and silicon dioxide dust. And then this guy just gets electrolyzed. Okay. I'm gonna do that for silicon. It's probably not a good idea to do this, but this is just going to act as the loop. So we just keep doubling until we have more resources than we can deal with, which is that like that. That is okay. And I'll put that in. Oh, it's been a while since I've done any of this. This is a blank chemical reactor recipe. Oh wait, don't do this. We have a wireless terminal. Get used to this. I forgot about this. Yeah, I really did forget about this. It's been a while. Hey, Ali. Chemical reactor blank universal automation right there. And then the magnesia. Want this to be electrolyzed. And I'll just throw this. Do we have an electrolyzer somewhere? Yes, we do. It's over here, though. Right there. I don't even know if it works like that, but I'm going to trust it. I'm just going to trust it. It's fine. And we have a lot of magnesium to work through. Okay, that just should be fine. So that's our silicon dealt with. And another thing I've noticed, why are you stuck here? Did the freezer shut down or something? No, it doesn't like to go here for some reason. Atomic separation catalyst. Yeah, I don't know why it just doesn't go in here sometimes. But it causes some of the recipes to get stuck, I think. Let me see the pattern for this. Where is it? Right here. It's that. Trying to make the ingots. So it makes atomic separation catalyst with a random plate and that much catalyst. Where? If you're set to blocking mode, you're probably going to get broke. I think that's what it is. I'm going to risk it and not put blocking mode. I don't know. I don't know if that'll fix it, but we'll see. Anyways, am I able to craft more of this? It's already crafting, so I'm going to assume that, yes, I can. And just walk away from this and then continue with other things. Another thing I'm going to need to work on, I would like to work on, is our cosmic neutron. Yeah, our cosmic neutronium. This stuff here. This would be nice to work on. And we were going to do that with a neutron collector. Yeah. But we're also going to set this up with a, what do you call it? The time world accelerator. There it is. Yeah, this guy. That's a lot of. I'm so not used to seeing this. the raw amount, the raw amount of resources that we need for stuff. Jeez, I haven't seen that in a while. Andesite, of course. This is I'm afraid. Can you like? I can't do anything with it. Never mind. Ruthenium tetroxide. Are you stuck? Somehow, why are you stuck? Not enough item. The heck? You're not even connected. You're supposed to be a white cable. Oh, so you're telling me for 2 weeks this just hasn't been connected. Oh no. That's actually really funny. All right. No, it's what color are you? Don't want to mess that up. You're white. No? Oh, that's that weird bug. Hang on. Yeah, it's that weird bug where it's like not the same color, but it is. So this is actually light gray, even though the the tooltip says white. That's not true. And this is regular gray. I don't know why it does that. I'm not going to complain. I thought they fixed it, but I guess not. It's not actually white. It's light gray. I never understood why that was. I thought it was fixed. I guess not. Okay, that was your issue this entire time. Someone didn't set up the output bus correctly. And by someone, that means me, because I'm like the only one that's playing. Okay, so super... I want a super chest. Give me the thickest one possible. A 64 million, that works. You don't know how to make quadruple titanium plates. How do I do this? I can probably just do double. Hang on. What kind of titanium? Don't use that one. What kind of titanium plates do I have? I can make triple. I'm just going to do this manually, honestly. I need 4 of these. So, yeah, 4 of you. And then 4 of the regular plates. And then a hammer. There we go. I would like 1 of those super chests, please. And this is going to store 64 million cosmic neutronium. Love it to see it. And I think I should be able to make the world accelerator, the ZPM one. Yeah, get that, everything finished. I'm just going to plug this into a Tesla coil. Yeah, just one of them. And I'm going to give this a machine controller because I don't want it running nonstop when we have enough things. So I'll give this a machine controller. And then from there, we'll figure it out. So I'm going to put this guy over here. Right here. Yeah. So put this guy right there. And it's just going to exist. Yeah, I think that's the best way to explain it. It'll just exist. All right, yeah. And then I'll go ahead. I think no, you don't need sunlight. I'm going to give you the world accelerator on top, and then you can have the coil cover up there. And then if I give you a screwdriver to switch your mode, I think you should be working now. Yeah. So now this is consuming, what is that, 6 amps or something like that of power to do this. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, tile entity mode consumes 6 amps. So 6 amps of ZPM to do all of that. Right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to store that into a super chest. And then we'll just give this a regular conveyor. Not a UHV conveyor, it's too much. You know what? You have an HV one. Go for it. And then import. There we go. So now this is going to be storing a very nice amount of cosmic neutrons. And then we connect this to our system. And of course we have to, I built it in the wrong spot. That's easily resolvable. Let me break this first though. You never want to break something that's actively accepting Tesla power because it will break it. You're supposed to be built right here just to match with how I do things. There we go. And then world accelerator. And then you can have power. And then you get a screwdriver. And then you start feeding this guy cosmic neutronium. Then go ahead and surround you with bit. Like that. And then we'll just go ahead and start connecting things over here. So what I'm going to do first is let's craft me a. This is only for exports, so I'm not going to do that. So let's do export bus. Actually an interface. Let's do an interface. Yeah. Let's get a bunch of cables. What color are you? You're gray. Just use blue then. Yeah, it broke. I don't know what it is. It's fine. Okay. And then let's get my spray. And then this is actually going to be an interface. And I'm going to give this cosmic neutronium. Just, you have all of those. Yeah, there's just a ton of storage that I want to basically move all of them into here. Let's get a conveyor. Might as well use a pretty good one. And then import. There we go. So we'll leave that for a little bit while we connect the other things. So what this is going to do is we need a machine cover right here. Like that. Actually, I don't even need to connect it like this. Start thinking a little differently. I can actually just put like an item detector cover. Detector cover. Detector. I guess I don't have a recipe for this. I thought I did. This one is going to be an iron plate and use soldering alloy. Let's do this one. The processing pattern terminal. Oops. That one. Yeah. And that'll be circuit 1 in an ass machine. I forgot how to use this. Bear with me. Right there. Okay, so if I try to craft an item cover, I just need one. Steel spring. All right, steel spring would be made in a bending machine. Circuit 1. Bending 1. And I might as well add the pattern capacity cards. Just one for now, I guess. That one's going to be on the bending machine right here. There and there. Okay, how about now? Item detector cover. I always forget that I can just drag like that and craft things. There we go. Standing. I'm also going to want a red alloy cable. Just take a bunch of them. I'm also no cover is required actually. Is that really the fastest way to like drain? I don't actually know. It's the fastest way to drain items out of a. I mean, it's gonna take like a while. I'll leave it there. It's fine. I'm not really hurting for cosmic neutronium right now. This is just a future-proof thing. And I'm going to need the item detector cover. You should be finished by now, I imagine. Yes, you are. There we go. And then item threshold is 64 million. 64. Yes, right. And then invert it. So basically you turn on, or this will shut off when it reaches 64 million. And just to test, let's do 300,000. Never mind, I already ran out of time. 310,000. And it shut off just like that. Okay, so we want 64, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. So whenever it like gets completely full, then turn this off so we don't unnecessarily drain 6 amps of CPM for no reason. And that's what I like to call future proofing. And then we'll check on this after a while. Whenever it finishes with the cosmic neutronium that we have in storage already. It's halfway done. I'll come back to this. Probably going to forget about it, let's be honest. Okay, what's next? Oops. We are able to craft that and that just fine. Where's this made? Fusion reactor. This is also just a really slow recipe. Yeah. It's fine. I know I said I wanted to do this at some point, but no, I think like we're best, a lot of infinity actually. Our efforts are probably best spent right now on focusing on the UEV circuits. I think we should get there. Start working on this. So what do we need for the quests? Before I forget to do the quests. All of this. We have to follow this entire questing line. Am I going to do it today? I highly doubt it. But we might get close. Okay, start making the first creative items. What's this? We already have this. We also have the booster card. Okay, let's just work on this. I'm not reading that. First one requires stem cells, unknown crystal, and T-seti seaweed extract at LUV voltage and 94 sievert. Plutonium level in a bacterial vat, whatever that means. It makes raw biomedium at 4. Okay, so we want this stuff here. Which one is the most expensive one I can produce? I don't think I can do this yet because we need to do biocells, which is sterilized biocatalyst medium, which sounds like a recursive craft. Cutting machine, what the heck is that? I'm scared. No, never mind. I might just stick with this recipe. It looks like this is really the only one we can do. This recipe here. But then we also have to focus on petri dish with the culture. How do we get this? Biolab in a clean room. And you need it to be UV. Name, of course. So I'm going to have to craft a UV biolab. Oh, you're actually pretty cheap. Except for the osmium frame box, which is also pretty cheap. I just need to make a pattern for it. This is going to be a S machine. Circuit 4. Right there. Okay. And then should be able to craft it now. Okay. To craft it here, actually. There. No? Oh, I guess I have to craft it here. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Right there. Okay. Biolab has been accomplished. We should get a transformer to step up the power. It is a CPM power transformer, that one. Guess I'll just make 10 of them. I would like a coil. Okay. That guy's going to be in our clean room, which is right here. I don't even know if you're still running. Has problems. Efficiency 0. Uh-oh. Oh, it just has a lot of maintenance issues. It'll work. It's going to take a little bit to charge up. That's fine. Now this I can take out. But before I do this, let's just make sure I can actually make this. No, I can't. I need I need the biocells, which is what I kind of need in the first place. So I probably don't even need that. Okay, I'm gonna have to stick with this recipe then. No, this recipe. Yes. I should probably read this. There are 3 ways of making it. Second is voltage. Second one is basically the first one, but it requires infinity catalyst instead of titanium. Are you sure I can't do this one? Yeah, I do need. Okay, so I do need to do this one first. Okay. So this can be done at LUV, or this can be done at ZPM. So I need the petri dish with the culture. I'm just going to need a bunch of stem cells, a bunch of rock growth catalyst, medium, and sterilized petri dish. I can do that here. So let's just do that. I don't know, make me like 20 of them. It's an autoclave right now. Right, thank you. I'm also going to need, what do you call it? I clicked on the wrong thing. I want it to be tall. Yeah. I need, what is it? Raw growth catalyst medium. Let's just get a, do I really need 500,000? No, I don't, but it's fine. Can only carry 7, apparently. Petri dishes, not for eating. Okay, sure. And then I'm going to need some stem cells. I only have 15,000, of course. And then we'll just wait a little bit for that to fully charge up. So it doesn't look like I actually need the UV one yet, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. I'm going to need to set up another bio vat. No, a bacterial vat. We already have one for whatever reason. I don't know why. And then, hang on 1 second. 1 second. Okay, just drink some water. Sit up straight. I feel myself slouching. Okay. So this is just LUV power, so I'm probably just going to step this up. Yeah, so CPM energy hatchet is. And I forget, are you tiered, power? Are you tiered? I imagine, yes, you are. Yeah. So the bacterial vat needs a bunch of stainless steel and 32 borosilicate glass blocks. It's a good thing we have like 1,000 of this iridium stuff. And then the stainless steel, just get a stack of it. I'm going to need a ZPM energy hatch. I should have a bunch of them just lying around. One, I guess that's enough. How are you doing? 93%. And we can wait here for the rest of it. Just need to feed this with some stem cells and hopefully get this petri dish with the culture. And this is going to help us make our raw biocatalyst medium. This thing is going to consume a lot of it, though. That's fine. We'll figure it out. How about now? 100%. There we go. Go. And you're going to take a while. I'm going to leave this running for a little bit. Maybe I should get a tank. Yeah, one of you should work. And then a pump. Yeah, you can just be a small one. Like an HV one. Actually, I have a... Yeah, just a normal one is okay. I'll put you right there. And have that much. And then the rest of it will just go back in there. Thank you. And then we'll just leave this running until... We'll leave it running for a while. We'll come back to it. Hopefully there's a petri dish in there. All right. So I'm going to set this up very similar to how these guys are set up, I think. What am I going to need for this? Let's figure that out. It'll be set up the same way. Yeah. So I'm going to want a radio hatch and an input bus. And then another input hatch, right? Yeah. So input hatch. I might also use some of the ones that aren't really being used. Output hatch. You really only need like small ones, right? Yeah, because you want it to be like half, right? So you might as well just use the smallest output as possible so that it's easier to start up. I think that's how it works. Yeah, for maximum efficiency boost, keep the output hatch always half filled. And then this recipe is going to do up to 1,001. So as long as the output hatch has that much space. What kind of output hatches do I have? A UOV one is probably okay too. Not giant. Check this one. If you think about it, I would only need 4,000 of this plus enough space for 2,000, right? So that's up to 6,000. UOV output hash is just fine. Let's do this. I don't think I can craft it. Hang on. It's got to go over here. All right, now let's just make a regular output hatch. We should have like a ton of the LV ones. Unless I stopped crafting them. No, we have a ton. Yeah. This one works just fine also. And then you have an input hatch for the fluid input. You have an input bus for the items. That one works. And then a radio. Radio hatch. Does it matter? Maybe the capacity is what matters. How much sievert do you need? Does it tell me? Or this recipe here. 94 sievert. Needs exactly 94. What gives 94? There's a quest for this, I think. Sievert. Sievert for the vet. 94 is plutonium 239. Or any of the plutonium ones is okay. Okay. Good to know. So I'm going to have to expand this, I think. That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, no, that shouldn't be too bad. So what I'm going to do is... Second, let's get some qubit. Expand it out here. So you're going to be 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to put you right here, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the border, like that. How much agon can I get here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too much. Like that. And then 1, 2, 3 for the border. And there we go. So we'll go out this far. And I think I'm going to... Yeah, we'll just go out this far. Now, this one, I'm going to probably go all the way out here for this. Yeah. And then rip a hole in the ground. Yeah, so it's going to expand this area by this much. Then I'll figure out what to do with that later. And this is going to give me some space for a couple other machines in here. Just a little bit more. All right, let's get my X, wooden X. See if I remember how to do this. So I'm going to want to get 1 on the inside. That's how it was, right? And then right here. Yeah. No. Yes. No, right here. I'm just going to break it right here. Yeah. And then we do expand 10 down. And then contract 1 down. That is our basement. And then we just got to make sure that there's nothing in here that I'm deleting. Doesn't look like it. So set air. There we go. And just delete all the flowers that I'm going to be picking up. Thank you. Courtesy of the bees. All right. So then next up is we're going to cover up the machine here. Right here. Like that. All right. Then we do that. And I go all the way over here. Set hand 13. This, I'll just do it manually. Who would have thought that having the wireless crafting terminal is even going to speed up our building? You might be wondering, well, how does it speed up your building? You're not even doing anything different. Well, I can actually just pick up lathe for the walls, right? It's going to help us out. All right, and then next up is putting the walls. It goes right there, like that. And then set hand 12. There we go. And we just keep rinsing and repeating until everything is filled. Set hand 12. This one all the way over there. Set hand 12. Okay, so that's our basement dealt with. No, it is not. We still need the Aegon. Set hand 13. There we go. So our basement has been expanded. Well, everything has been expanded, actually. And now we have space for another bacterial vat. Awesome. Should probably do this also. This doesn't really matter. It's just the main thing. We're not really gonna see this ever. Like this part of the base. But it wouldn't sit right with me if I didn't deal with it. This is gonna remain untouched because I want to keep the very safe apiary away from what's the word? Away from industrialization, let's say that. Okay. Is that all I need for this? Probably. And set this up. Thank you. All right, and let's get my schematic. I forget what this one is. Wipe. GT. No. Hatch. 1. Oh, it gets it from my inventory, right? Yeah, okay, oops. I forget that it does that. Please go away. Thank you. Can't see. I forget that it gets it from the inventory, so I'm just gonna do it like this. That's really cool. I like that feature. And then wand. That one I didn't cheat it. All the stuff is still named, right? Do you need like a muffler or something? No, you don't. There's nothing up here, right? Except the maintenance hatch. There we go. And then the rest of it is going to be casings on the bottom. And then I'll start replacing the other stuff that I'm going to need. I'm going to be making it exactly like the other ones because these actually do work how I have them set up. It looks atrocious, but it works. And you know the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to stick with it. Okay, so we have that guy. And then how else am I going to set this up? The input bus is going to be right here. Right there. And then the radio hatch is what I need next. I don't think I even attempted to make this. No, I did not. Let's make one. All right, and then while that's crafting, I'm going to get everything else ready. Input hatch would be right here. And then radio hatch is right there, right? Yeah, okay. So we need a dual interface. I got 100 of them for some reason. You go right there. And this is the one that I will call, what I call this. It's over here. Bacterial vat, mutagen. No, but I want this to be biocatalyst medium. Raw, okay. It's going to be like this. Bacterial vat, raw, bio, catalyst, medium. Right there. And then you're going to want a relay pointing into, I would imagine, the chest. Yeah. right there. And then a chest. It can be any chest, but we're going to stick with copper because I have copper. And all that is done. Craft the radio hatch now. Thank you. And do that. Okay. And then you're going to want a, I don't even know what kind of cover that is. Activity detector cover. Activity. Get ready for activity. Right there. Do I have this set up any specific way? I think it's just there. Recipe progress. Yeah, I don't think I touched that. No. Okay. And then we can use some translocators. Just 2 of them. And a diamond nugget, I think. Yeah. And I think this is, oops. Okay, I didn't do anything. I think it's just double, right? At that. You're not filtered. No, this guy's not filtered. This guy is, though. To regulate. So we want plutonium, right? That's the one we wanted for this. Plutonium something. What do we have a ton of? 239. So I need to set up recipes for that. I can just cook it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Plutonium 239 dust can just be smelted and just make a stack of you, sure. And I put that in the multi-smelter. Okay. And then we want plutonium rod. I think it's 239, right? 239. Yes, that one. That'll be a extruder. Oops. Right there. Extruder. There we go. So I would like to request some rods. Come on. Give me like 100 of them. Then we have to figure this out. So this recipe here is LUV, right? So it's going to run 99 seconds. It's going to run for 90 seconds because we have this at CPM. It's going to step up, right? And if we check in the over here, 94 sieverts is going to last for 66 seconds. So I want this to regulate to double, just in case. It's like this, right? 4 of them. Probably this. Yeah, just 2 of them is actually. Yeah, 2 of them is okay. And then, okay, keep 2 of them on me. All right, everything else we're going to have to set up with, there's another dual interface actually. And I'm also going to need a tank. And it can be any size, it doesn't matter. Just use the ones that I already have. This one is going to be a what? Just the casing, right? The output hatch is going to be right here. This is the output hatch. And this is just the casing, so you can have that guy. Let's get a pump. One of those is just fine. And then dual interface. I'm going to set this to not show up in the terminal because I don't need to. And then we need a block of qubit right there. Trust me, it works. It's very scuffed, but it actually really works pretty well. I was actually surprised it worked this well whenever I set it up at the first time. It was great. All right, pump. Thank you. And I imagine that you're set to export. Uh-huh. All right, so you are going to be a bunch of item conduits. Now, will I be able to set this up like right now from memory? Nope. That's why I'm doing a lot of back and forth because I don't remember how to do this. Heck, I don't think I even ever knew how to do this. It just worked and I walked away from it and hope and prayed that it worked since, and it actually has. So I can't complain. It's very scuffed, but it's a pretty good way to do the level maintained setup. I'm more than confident though that you can actually set this up to be even more efficient. Do I know how to do that? Nope. And by more efficient, I mean like actually clean. So this one is going to be green. Do you need to be filtered? No. Blacklist the volumetric flasks. So we also have to figure out the volumetric flasks. So I'm going to need a volumetric flask capable of 8,008. So let's get one. Volumetric flask. This is up to 8K. So I'm going to need a gigantic one. No, I'm going to lose one of my tungsten steel ones. All right, fine. Isn't there like a Klein bottle? Yeah, there is. Not happening. Nope, not happening. Borosilicate glass, and that one in a fluid solidifier. Right there. In a fluid solidifier. Blank. Right there. I would like a volumetric flask. You need to make borosilicate glass, and you're gonna steal one of my fluid cells. I don't like that. I'm gonna miss it. I use that a lot. Not really. It's just gonna bug me. I'm gonna forget that. We have a lot of borosilicate. Never mind. I thought we had a lot of it. I'm just gonna use the ingots then. Yeah. All right there. And then put that in a fluid extractor. Right there. Okay. Now, yes. You need that much. I mean, it is like, how much? 64, 32,000? That's not a lot, but the fact that you can like configure it is probably why you need so much of it. Never mind. It's fast. Okay. Now, the game's probably going to crash whenever I configure this. I know it happens a lot. So how I set up these flasks, there's only ever going to be one flask that can do this recipe. That way I don't like craft more than one and it breaks my setup. So it's only going to ever do one craft at a time. But it's going to be level maintained so that we can have a lot of it over time. If I need something that runs constantly, nonstop, then I'm going to have to figure something out, right? And it's probably later on in the pack where I'm going to have to do that. But anyways, the number I set it to is going to be whatever it consumes times 1,001. So 8,008. 8,008, and you're probably going to crash. No, you didn't crash. Okay. Sweet. So we're going to have a filter here. And blacklist the what do you call it? Whatever is used in the radio hatch. Yes. And you're always active. Yeah. All right, just like that. Mhm. So anything here will not actually go anywhere until it's ready, and then this one just goes into up there. Then this one, same thing. I want to active with signal, but allow those same items. Right? Yeah. So that any leftover. So the idea with this is that when it's we're gonna be adding these to the recipe, right? And if there's too much, then it's just gonna like, oh, I'm not gonna overstock this, and we don't waste resources, then we'll just put it back in storage. That's what that was doing. Whatever that means. So extract, whitelist, that one. But we want this to be active with signal. We don't want this to activate when it's not doing anything. That's exactly what this signal is going to be for. And then we have a whole bunch of other stuff. So this one is going to be insert on green, only allow that one. Insert on green, only allow this guy. And then over here, insert on blue. And we need more filters. I was probably like falling asleep when I set this up, honestly, because I'm looking at this now and I don't really understand it. And it sounds like something I would probably do when I'm falling asleep. I've done that before. Actually, I can use a conduit binder, right? We have a conduit binder. Yeah. Conduit probe, sorry. So I want to copy that and just put that one. Actually, can I just put the... So this is going to be insert. I'm curious if it actually copies the filter settings. No, it doesn't. That's fine. So this one is going to be blacklisting the radio fuel. So blacklist and put that guy right there. And everything else should be like that. Do you have a... No, okay, you don't. You, no filtering. That means I can just copy you and paste you there. And then you, I don't imagine you have filtering, right? No, you don't. Right there. And then same thing with this guy. Copy, paste. All right. This is like that. This is like that. That should be good to go, I think. And then I'm going to need some red alloy wire to actually get this going. Oops, not there. It's actually up there. Just 3 pieces like that. There we go. Did I miss something? Most likely. Will I ever find out what I missed? I don't think so. That's how it goes, though. And that's okay. Right there. Then you can have like that. And just color this black. Like that. I didn't even check if I had enough channels. I'm gonna assume that I do though. This one's still using the P2P network, but we got plenty. We're not using P2Ps anymore. We're using just wireless things everywhere now. Now that we have the creative neutronium, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so to actually craft this stuff, going to first of all, I need the petri dish culture. Check if you're actually ready. Still What's the chances of this? 7.5%. Let's get some, I don't know, give me like 100 or something. Sure. And we'll let this keep going until it actually has it. We have a lot of chances. It's just going to take a while, I think. You're not voiding anything right now. You are at 100% efficiency, so you're not going to void anything. All right, just have a bunch of it. Okay, there. All right. And then I'll come back to it whenever it finishes. Anyways, the pattern I'm going to have to make, it's going to be processing pattern terminal. You don't like this, really? That's fine. So this one is going to be right there. Oh, and it's going to break. Of course you are. There's a way for me to deal with this, but I don't know. I can do this. So raw growth catalyst medium. I'm just gonna pick some of that up. It's always the fluids that I guess that get a little weird. Okay, so this guy is going to need that guy. And we want 8,008 of you. Yes. And then you're gonna want seaweed extra. Oh, this is going to be oh no. Oh no. There's another bacterial vat we have to set up. Unknown nutrient agar. What the heck are you? Unknown liquid? Why are you unknown? Oh, I have to pump it from Barnard. See, okay, it's kind of more involved than I thought. There's an unknown liquid B. Infinity Catalyst and Mysterious Crystal. We don't have either of those. That's funny. And then we can get Kevlar from that. That's so hilarious. You can also just use the Mutatron, which is hilarious. No, never mind. You can't. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. I'm still going to set it up, though. And then 4 titanium. Tritanium dust. Then unknown crystal shard. I don't really know how to get this. Autoclave. We can do that. And then a stack of stem cells. But I'm also going to add 2 plutonium and 1 of these volumetric flasks. Mm-hmm. I'm going to connect it to power. This CPM power. Yes, you are. Then get my wire cutter. Right there. And then we will paint this cyan. Okay. All right. So if I try to craft, I need the pattern, right? This one I'm going to give it this Pichu dish with culture just to craft some of it. I think that's all I need for it. So if I try to craft it here, and then try to craft the Petri dish. We're missing the flask, but that's because it's in my inventory. I'm going to clear my inventory because it's getting to be a little bit of a mess. Reset. All right, so if I try to craft it, we're still missing this stuff. So it looks like we're going to have to add another bacterial vat. But before I do that, let me make sure that I actually need that. It's all the same thing. It's just different circuits. Let me double check here. Hang on. We can make the space elevator already. Oh, we actually could. I'm scared of it though. We'll try that out later. I think it'd be helpful. But I won't think about it yet. Let's just get to UEV circuits. I think that's when we'll start like really ramping things up. Okay, so not going bad, I swear. How do we even get seaweed? There's now a way to make seaweed. Wait, can I just get this from like the world directly? Is that how it works? Yeah, you can just get this directly. Okay, so I just need a couple of this then. T SETI E extract. Maybe there's a quest that tells me how to get this because I'm assuming it says here that we don't actually need it yet. Okay. So maybe just a couple of it to get things going is what I would want. You only need a couple of UV circuits also. I'll play around with it. Let me see if... Where is it? Space race probably tells us what we're looking for. No, it doesn't. Unless it does, and I'm just... Okay, hang on. Where's SETI? SETI. I think I have to go to SETI. Okay, let's go. Do I need any protection from this? SETI have habitable planet. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that. I can just put it down and go travel. Then inventory fuel. You got plenty of fuel. Go. It sounds like we can just go to that planet and pick up seaweed. If that's the case, then for now, I'll just do that. Until I get sick of it, which is probably going to be very quickly. And we go. Blast off. Okay. So we're going all the way. I don't even know where. I don't even know where the heck I'm going. Not Ross 128. Trying to get to SETI right here. SETI. SETI, right? It says it's habitable. Oh, don't look at that. It hurts my eyes, and I'm sure it hurts yours too. Oh, okay. There's a lot of seaweed. Oh, this isn't going to be a problem then. Just get a whole ton of it as you need it. Am I underwater? Oh, I am. Hang on. I would like my, oh, come on. I would like my rocket back, please. Why is there explosions? Why am I being moved all over the place? Oh, thank you. All right. I'm assuming we might need... Oh, what's going on over here? Surface block. Okay. What do you give me? I don't know why I'm so intrigued about this planet versus the others. Bedrock. You can get bedrock out of this and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm not really looking for that, though. Okay, I'm gonna... I wonder why it's like moving me all over the place. It's weird. It's... Yeah, something's off about this place. It's moving me all over the place. Anyways, let's set up a warp. Warp. SETI. No. Set warp. Set warp. SETI. All right, that's where I'm at. I'm assuming. Yeah. All right, so if I just set this to silk touch mode, or do I need like... How do I get this stuff? Guess I can't do that. Do I need shears of some kind? Do I have shears in my hand? How about a... Okay, don't the garden trough spade? Does this work? No. What about this? No. I do have shears though. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, I thought this was going to be like atrocious trying to find this. I thought it was going to be like other planets, but no, it's an actual water planet. It's real interesting. Oh, it's the plants themselves. They don't let me go in there for some reason. So all I would have to do is just go around here for a little bit with like a pair of shears and just get as much as I feel like. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right. And then crop space. Is there more crop space stuff? I can probably set up like an ore dictionary to this. Because really, what do I need for this? It needs to be an extractor for this, right? And then just a little bit in order to try and get this petri dish stuff. Liquid DNA. I'm scared. And this must be how we get this stuff. Seaweed broth. SETI, dandelions. I don't think so. Okay. Let's go back home for now then. Warp home. Okay, so I have an idea for this. I'm going to keep like a stack on me. And then we have do we have an extractor actually? It's not a fluid extractor, it's a normal extractor. I don't think we do actually. Hang on. No, we never made one. Extractor. Not that one. Not a fluid extractor. This one. Dissection apparatus. No, we don't have one of these. Yeah, I've never made it. Guess we're gonna make one. I guess I'll put you right there. Yeah, let's do it. All right, I'm gonna need a bunch of stuff for this though. All right, I need let's just set up recipes for that. Actually, nah. Got to make a better fusion reactor at some point. We're like past due for another like a Mark III fusion reactor, I think. Just haven't done it yet. All right, we'll stick with this for now though. I'm gonna just do this manually. You know, farm it just a little bit at a time, right? Just enough to get us to a couple of circuits, and then once I feel that wait, this is kind of atrocious and I should really set this up, then I'll do it. But it says finally, right? I wonder how long it took for them to add this in. Was this always something that needed to be manually picked up? I don't know. Maybe there's like another way to do it. I may never know. All right, thank you. Yes, how do I set this up? Going to probably just upgrade it with the best ones we can possibly afford, which is black plutonium, right? Yeah, black plutonium, just like that. Then reinforced glass. Okay. And then black plutonium. How much do I have? I have 2 of them in there, right? So make me 17 of them. Stainless steel machine casings. We need, I don't know, just make 100 because I can. And then reinforced glass. We have enough. Okay. That's basically it then. And then you're going to need so this recipe here needs to be UV. So I'll give you a UV energy hatch. Or just 2 ZPM energy hatches would also work, right? Unless it doesn't work with 2 of them. Oops. Nah, I'm sure you do. Well, yeah, I'm sure you do. Just do that. Yeah. Okay. Let's start getting it set up. A Cupid. So this is going to be a 5x5 machine. That's it. It's actually kind of small. Okay. Go, laser, go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. Mm-hmm. 1 like this. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Yes. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And it will go right here. This one doesn't need to be like that anymore. Okay. The suction apparatus. The black plutonium done. No. Are you just that slow, or do I need to turn on the streamer? Oh, you've been on this. Never mind, that's not the streamer switch. That one is. I guess you are just that slow. Let me check. Oh yeah, you're pretty slow. Okay, we'll wait. Get everything else set up. So what this guy's going to want is extractor just needs no fluids, right? No items. Okay. So you're going to need a, for now, I'll give you a stocking input bus. For now, if I need to set it up with like other things, and then I'll do that. But it looks like you just need a stocking input bus right now. Oh, come on. Thank you. And then a regular output bus is also just fine. Put that guy right there. And then the rest of it is just stainless steel casings, I think. But we're also waiting for the black plutonium to finish. And it's backed up. Oh yeah, it's just getting backed up by the black plutonium. I'm curious. It's a little slow. What about you? Yeah, we can wait for it. I thought it was faster. Guess not. It is an expensive resource, right? Okay. This might be a good time for me to take a quick break. I'm going to refill my water and to do some stretches. And then when I'm back, we should be. Hopefully, the black plutonium does finish. Anyways, I'll be right back. Be right back. 6 times 9 is 63. You don't need a calculator. I know my math sometimes, so I need a stack of flint. In other words, it might help out if I have some here. I think I do. Oh, yes, a lot. Oh, look, I already had the flint. Okay. Okay, so we got it built. Pressure poop injector. It's very cramped in here, right? But that's okay. I'm directly pulling this right out of my ass. Okay, I am back. Hello. How is this doing? It's still taking a while. Okay, anyways, what I can do is actually just start connecting things while we're waiting. Cable and then some cables. Over here. Actually, how many channels do I have? I always forget to check. Go down this line. This is egg. Of course it is. 22 channels. We're okay. That and that. Then color that black. Okay. Now, to produce this, I'm going to put that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and that one. So all of you get put right there. We have a ton of whatever that one is. Do I have one of at least one of everything? Yes, I do. Why are you just faced the other way? I don't get it. Sure. Are you sure that's seaweed? That thing looks mad. Anyways, the idea with that is that it's going to just extract whatever. It's just going to extract whatever I want from it. Or any of those and produce me the seaweed extracts. I should expect to get 18. Something like that, yeah. All right. We're still waiting for the black plutonium. All right, I'm just going to build the rest of it. So we need extractor. That guy. This is just, excuse me, just going to be a shell of stainless steel. We also need a maintenance hatch. Okay. Just do this. One, two, three, four, five. I think I can put the maintenance hatch right here. I'm just going to assume that I can. And then this guy, well, how else do you look? Oh no, you're flat on the bottom and the top. Right there. And then it's going to be the pipe casings. Oh, looks like there's one in the middle also. It's probably why you needed 19 of them. Strange number. And then the glass around there. Okay, the casings are done. Black plutonium. I don't think we'll be able to use this to the fullest, but it's good to have them, right? Say it with me. Future proofing. Okay, and then just surround it. How about now? Has problems. That works. Max parallel 64. I don't think we're ever going to see that much. Match mode, sure. And then we'll go ahead and we need the 2 energy hatches, the CPM ones. Yeah, I'll just connect you over here. Okay, so just do 1 and 2. That one and that one. Then get a bunch of these superconductor cables. That's base. Did I get those? Hang on. Oh, no, I did. That's the base wire. Oh, no. That's not that's not good. It's a lot of amp loss. Superconductor CPM wire is what I'm looking for. Not the base wire. What are you doing? Oops. Now I'm curious if I did that in other parts of the base and I'm just losing a ton of power for like literally no reason. That's really funny. Guess we'll never know. I'm not gonna go around and check every wire. This should be okay now. It's a good thing I double checked this one though. I felt like I messed up somewhere. Yeah, we need a bunch of those. And then I need to connect you and you over. Right there. Too much. I always overshoot. It's really hard to see the wires from the black of the qubits. That's why I dye them cyan. And it ends up looking pretty cool also because cyan on black looks pretty cool. It's a cool contrast. And then after a while we just have a lot of that going on here, and I like the contrast. Totally unintended though. Don't think that I'm a genius builder because no, I'm not. Will never agree with that. Anyways, give me some seaweed extract. You're slow as heck. But it means we have it working. So I think I'm gonna give me a couple other shears. Is there any like expensive shears I can make? Dark shears. Shears multiple blocks. Okay, I should probably make that then. When empowered. Let's try that. Might as well. Let's do that. I'm curious about this. Dark steel screw and dark steel ring. Okay, this needs to be made in a fluid. Oops, wrong one. This needs to be made in a fluid solidifier. Interface terminal and fluid solidifier screw. Right there. And then the ring is an extruder. It's be small ring. Wait, do I have ring? Do I even have ring? Yes, I did. I guess I missed it. And then if I try to craft the dark shears. Don't have any molten dark steel. I figured. Then fluid extractor. Okay, like that. Extract. Fluid extractor right there. All right. How about now? There. Done. The heck? No silicon dioxide? Really? So there's actually one of the things I was gonna do when I was making silicon dioxide. That's kind of funny that I'm missing it. Anyways, I think it was a uh, or was it? What was I doing? It was sand, right? Macerating sand or something like that. I forget what it was. Hang on. Electrolyzer. You sure? I think I want to do that. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out something for silicon in that case, because I can always just do this in the meantime, right? But then it's just gonna get consumed immediately. Yeah, it got consumed immediately, I think. Okay. We'll just do that for now, and then I'll figure something out here. All right. Well, you stuck on something? What are you stuck on? Uh, Trying to make steel, I think. Okay, you're stuck on the blast furnace somehow. Oh no, because you're out of power. I need to activate the streamer switch. By the way, while that's going, let's check out the actual this guy. This guy's producing like almost 100 million power. Look at that. Yeah, about 100 million. It's so crazy. It only turns on for like just the smallest amount of time too. And it barely uses any fuel. It's so good. Okay, I really should figure this out. Silicon. If I check for silicon here, like we have infinite sand, but that's not a very good source of it. Can I get this from a vein? Not really from Vega B, which I had hoped. I can't. There's no crushed silicon ore either. I don't have an electrolyzer on crafting, right? Hang on. No, I don't. I don't, but I can set it up here. Yeah, how much space do I have in Mojito? Need advanced memory card. 29. I can set this up. Okay, fine. Input bus. Do I dare make a crafting input bus? Yeah. That's nah. Just a regular input bus is fine. And then because we already have one. Let's get a bunch of cables and a interface. Just do this one like that. All right. Like that. Then interface like that. Then oop. Then go ahead and color it. And then sort of electrolyzer. Okay, and then if I try to make a pattern for the silicon dioxide using sand, this recipe here. It's not a good idea, right, to do it like this, but I'm gonna keep it like that. And if I run out of sand, then I got other problems. We get all of our sand from here, from the end stone grinder, right over here. Yeah, end stone is what gives us most of our sand for the longest time. But we also have like a cobblestone generator, and we can use that. But if I try to craft silicon, for example, should be able to. There we go. All right. Okay. What was I trying to make in the first place? I completely forgot. Shears. That's right. And then if I want to empower it, empower vibrant crystal plus 10 levels. Vibrant crystal. Let's make one of you. And we have our anvil over here. I just want to see what it does when it's empowered. Thank you. Right. Basic capacitor. I can do this. How far can I go? Double layer capacitor. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm just curious. This is going to be circuit 1 in circuit 1 ass machine. You can put that right there. And I would like to craft one, please. Just one. You don't know how to make tantalum bolts. How dare you? Make a pattern for this as well, then. Extruder, I think, is how I make my bolts. Yes, but I don't have any space for it. Okay. If I Anthropod. Oh, what the heck? This thing is filled with patterns. Let's just do this. Slippery slope of replacing patterns. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Capacitor. There we go. You really shouldn't be replacing capacitors. It says here shears multiple blocks and sheep when powered. I don't know. I don't really know what that means. It's fine. We're waiting for the fluid extract. Oh, never mind. It just finished. And set plus 15 levels. I don't have 15 levels, but I do have this. Got a ton of levels here. And then octatic. Can I make this? Chrome bolt. I don't remember if I can. No, I can't. You know what? It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll wait for this to charge, and then I'll go play around with it over there. But how is our seaweed extract? We have 18. Not a bad amount, and maybe I should try to craft. Actually, I can't. Are you done? Yes, you are. Got 3 of them. Oops, let me, oops. Okay. Let's just put all of this fluid back. And then I'm going to try and put this guy here. And then try to craft a batch of the petri dish. Just enough to get a little bit. Okay, and we'll see if it actually works. I think I broke it. Did I break it? Oh. I think I was waiting on other stuff. Unless I missed something. Hang on. Oh, you're not an insert. Insert. You should probably get a speed upgrade then. That's fine. I think it's fine. All right, started crafting. And then we just have to keep crafting it over and over again until we have enough for it to basically agree with us. And then this guy is just waiting for any amount of fluid. And then it will actually craft it. Okay, so we'll leave that there for a while and I'll come back to it. I won't fully put in the recipe. Actually, I will. Yeah, I'll just wait for it. Everything else should be good. I'm curious. Let's go play around in the grass over there. So warp SETI. Drink some water. Hang on. And then I want to play with this. Does this actually let me? Oh, it does. Hell yeah. This is how you do it. And then imagine just getting like a range. You want to go at the very bottom though. Start bulldozing an entire planet for grass. How nature intended. You just walk straight. Oh yeah. Absolutely. That's how you do it. It's going to give me a lot of goodies. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I don't even need to worry about water because just replenish it whenever I walk into like a block like that. Anyways, I'm out of charge, so I'm just going to put everything back. There should be plenty of seaweed. It's a lot of seaweed. Okay, I'm good. I just wanted to play around with it. I didn't actually need any. Actually, it's going to help me out. I'll leave this on me just to charge for a little bit. Okay, so I should check. Hang on. Yeah, just 2 of them. I'm going to have to cancel this recipe. All right. Then if I check the interface terminal for that. Thank you. What do you mean inventory relay? That's not how you work. Oh, I never named you. I still had it pasted. Okay. So this is going to be raw bio catalyst medium. Enter. Like that. So now this is supposed to be a processing pattern, but instead of that, I want bio catalyst, that stuff. But I want how much? 2002. Like that. There we go. And then this is actually wrong. This should be 2002, not 8008. Hang on, I gotta change this also. You should be 2002. It's whatever the output. It has to match the output. Like that. All right. Bacterial fat. There we go. So if I try to craft another batch of that, try going, see what it does. Oh, you're going to have a little bit. Okay. There you go. I'm going to give that extracts upgrades as well. You know, just have 15. This one over here, just so it takes out the stack of... what do you call it? Stem cells a lot faster. You're supposed to be filtered. Oh, hang on. Filter that one. Filter that one. There's like another one, right? That noise is a little freaky, I have to admit. And then now you're just waiting for that much. Yeah, and then you're going to craft a little bit at a time, and then I just have to like keep watching that. Take it out. And then over and over again until we have enough. Actually, yeah, I forgot to put a little bit in there to start. That noise freaks me out. It does scare me. And I'm going to take it out and then craft another batch while we're waiting. So, bio catalyst. Cancel that guy. Yeah, cancel that guy and then craft another batch of you. There we go. Okay. And then it's going to try and craft another batch. And then it goes like that. It made 4. And now it's going to try to make 4. And we just keep doing that over and over again until it has basically enough. Okay. What's next? What's next? So I think that is biocatalyst medium accounted for. I'm going to still bookmark it because once we get to 2002, that's when I'll set it up on the level maintainer. You can turn off the streamer switch, I think. Yeah, our base charges up that fast. Okay, so then we just kind of hang out for that. Wait for that to happen. And I'll check on this every now and then, but and then just make another batch. All I have to do to really speed this up is just take one out. I'll take the flask out and then craft another batch. And there we go. And we just keep doing that over and over again. I gotta take that out though. Yeah, I'll let that finish. Just leave that there for now. Okay. All right, go back there. There we go. This stuff, I'll just leave it there if we ever need more. You never know. We probably will. Okay, so now that we have that, the next step is to maybe set up circuits, but no, I can't really do that until I get that going, right? To make BioWare boards and circuits, you need to make a UV circuit assembling machine. So someone told me that you can just cram everything in one interface. Everything that's done here. Instead, just throw everything in at once. I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. Actually, how far are we from the, what do you call it? The crafting input buffer. This guy's going to be great. Hatch tiers UIV. We need space time for this. Yeah, not happening anytime soon. We're not that far away, actually. All right, let me get this going. Let's try to craft another batch then. Oops. There we go. Keep doing that over and over again until we have, I think it's 8,000 we're looking for because this is an LV output hatch. Okay, what can we do in the meantime? Let's figure it out. What I would like to do is start working on the maintenance hatches, the auto taping ones. We can do this, but it is actually pretty expensive. But to start off with, to ensure that our base is like running fine, I want 3 of them for these 3 guys, our power generators. So let's just see how long it takes to make 3. And then from here is where we start figuring out our bottlenecks. Like that's a big ouch. Gotta admit, it's a big ouch. But we have a UEV ass line to help out with that still. Another thing, actually, let me bookmark that. Another thing is the component ass line. Maybe I do want to set this guy up. We can do this, actually. Decisions. Well, let's just see what our bottleneck here is. How much components? We don't really need that many components. Or actually, yes, we do. It might be a good idea to set that up. Because really, what's our biggest bottleneck right here? It might even be the circuit crafting, honestly. For example, we can actually craft these guys a little more, way cheaper actually if I use wrap of crystal SOCs. But then I need to figure out how to do this, which we can actually do this. Crystal processing units 121, or if I use cerium doped lutetium aluminium garnet. Luag. How to even do this? Oh no, it's any green lens. Oh no, we need that though. How the heck do you even get this? This looks atrocious. I don't want to do that. This looks atrocious. What is this? Heat capacity, electron flux. This is okay. It's lutetium. We have a lot of lutetium and cerium. We can probably get this from something. Maybe I will do that because it's gonna make our circuits a lot cheaper. Let me check here. Crystal living chips are more efficient and will make your way. Okay, maybe I want to do this because it's been a while since I made any like advances to make things cheaper. Never mind, I can't do that yet. I need biocatalyst medium, which we can actually do once I get enough raw biocatalyst medium. We're almost there. It's just a fluid heater, which we can do. Circuit 1, right? Yeah. I can probably set that up soon. Maybe I will do that. That'll make like the cheapest IV circuits, and then this is going to make cheaper LUV circuits, and then speed up our circuit crafting by just a little bit. What about ZPM circuits? The wetware ones. For example, how do I even make UEV circuits? What do I need for this? Like this circuit line here. Bio mainframes is what I'm looking for. So we need the BioWare supercomputer, which needs bioprocessors is what we want. So we're going to need those. The heck is that? We're going to need these anyways. I don't even know what this is. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to need that anyway, so I might as well figure out a way to do this. Oh no, this is something else. Oh, we still need crystal SOC. Let's figure this out then. Okay. Fine. Laser engraver at UV. It's this guy over here. You are UV. Max parallel is 3. Whatever that means. So I want to set up a recipe for this. And it'll be any of the green lenses. And I'm pretty sure we're at the point where I can actually do this now. We just need to be able to make whatever this is. Laser, engraver, green, emerald also works. Okay. So if I try to craft those, let's try to work from the way back, right? Also, someone told me I can like shift control cancel. Is this shift cancel? It's shift cancel. Actually, puts everything you're missing in the bookmarks. That's actually pretty helpful advice. Let's get this going just to get it going. So biocatalyst, another batch. And then the more we do this, the more it's going to craft per batch. So if I check now with 24 in there, it should be able to make a little more each time. Yeah, now it's making 14 at a time, and it just keeps rising up like that. It started off at 2, so it's making some progress. Anyways, how the heck am I going to get whatever this is? Probably implode it. Autoclave, a UHV autoclave, or vacuum furnace. I don't actually know. I'm gonna drink water 1 second. Okay. Is there a quest for it in the last page? Yes. Right here. Crystal SOC will make the crystal. I'm just gonna carry a stack of crystal. I'm gonna unlock that quest line. Even though I'm not really following it. Oh, yes, craft it, please. How are you doing? Are you stuck? No, you're not. You're just taking... No, you just take a while out of craft. Yeah, we're way past this, right? We're already a little bit past UV. I should probably do this by now. What is this? What the heck is this for? That's a lot of things. What does this even do? I'm scared. Okay. Nah, I ain't touching that. I'm scared of it. All right, let's just complete the quests that I'm missing out on. These guys. Here we go. We can process crystal processing units in a laser engraver to get the crystal SOC. But as our demand for circuits gradually increases, this method is becoming untenable. It's a smart word. We need a more advanced way for that. We use a new material, cerium-doped lutetium aluminium garnet Cu luag. Luag has better performance when making crystal socks. In fact, it is a laser crystal material. Sure. So we want the blend first. And this is going to be in a mixer. Circuit. Oh, actually, we can do big batches. I'd rather do circuit 5. So then, okay. So it sounds like we're going to probably need to upgrade the, well, we already have a circuit 4. I'll just do that one. All right, fine. Circuit 4. What do I need? Probably alumina. How much alumina do I even have? It's probably what I'm going to do, though. Pretty sure we have plenty of lutetium. Yeah. And then alumina. 65. I don't even know where we're getting it from. Cerium might be the tricky one, though. But I think I craft this. I craft it somehow. I won't complain about it. Okay, fine. Let's double it until it doesn't want to fit anymore. This doesn't really tell me how much I'm gonna. I'll just do that. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. There you go. So if I try to craft that stuff, go for it. Ethanol for what? Why? I don't even know. Cerium oxalate dust? The heck? That's probably why. Sugar and nitric acid. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. This is probably all stuff that I can throw in that big chemical reactor to speed it up, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to cancel that. And then watch my bacterial vat while I'm just hanging out. And then make another batch of this bio catalyst. Okay, there you go. All right, and then if I try to craft, what is it? Do I need this stuff here? If I try to craft it, what do I need again? It's the cerium oxalate that I'm curious about. Yeah. Okay. Let's do. Yeah, cerium oxalate. Let's just keep that in mind. Cerium oxalate. That's not how you spell it. 120. Why do we have so much cerium dioxide dust? You know what? I'm not going to complain about it. I'm making it like that for whatever reason. So let's pick out the item. Take that out. How do I make this right now? I'm doing it like that. All right. I'm going to use this one because it actually tells me how much items this stuff is going to be consuming. That's as much as I can do. That is a circuit 1 chemical reactor. Okay. And then cerium chloride dust. I think I'm making it in here. I think. Let me check. Yeah, I am. It's a very old recipe though. Yeah. It's still in an old machine. And this can be in a blank chemical reactor. Chemical reactor 0. You're going to need some pattern space. Just make a bunch of you. I put this here for now. Right there. Okay. And then next is cerium dioxide dust. This is what we have a ton of because of the samarium or bastnasite line. No, monazite line. So I don't have to worry about that one. But I would like to worry about oxalate. I'll put that in this terminal over here. All right, this is made using vanadium pentoxide, ethanol, and oxygen gas. Using this recipe. Don't know if it's nitric acid and sugar. It's still going to be ethanol. That's fine. I'll just stick with this. I don't even know how I make it. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to double it. Too much. Too much oxygen. Like that. Okay. That's going to go in a circuit what? Circuit 9. Do I even have circuit 9? I didn't think about that. Yes, I do. Okay. And then we're going to want vanadium pentoxide dust. I won't worry about that. But I do want to worry about the ethanol. Yeah, the ethanol is what I'm curious about. That one. Okay. That is made in a circuit 24, which I'm pretty sure I have that in the chemical reactor set up. Make that. Circuit 24. Yes, I do. Okay. So if I try to craft that cerium stuff, that stuff here, can I craft it? Should be able to. All I did was just increase the batch craft so that it makes it more efficient. So now it just crafts a lot of things at once. Cerium dust probably also has to get increased, I think. I don't know where I'm making it, though. Yeah, I actually don't know where I'm making this. Where am I doing this? Oh, it's the blast furnace, isn't it? No? It is the blast furnace. Okay. First we Greg, then we Tech. See, this guy knows exactly what's up. Hello, Yoshi. That's the right way to think about this. Speaking of thinking about it, I still have to pay attention to my biocatalyst medium. I'm still trying to build up enough fluid so that I don't have to babysit it. Takes a while for that to do that, though. Let's craft another batch until you're ready. I'm doing Moni hard mode right now. How does I haven't really played Manufactory, but how does hard mode change it? Curious about that. I've only heard nothing but good things about Manufactory, though. Will I ever play it? I'm not gonna say no, but I can't say yes right now. No HNN, more Greg recipes, forced peaceful. HNN, that's hostile neural network, something like that. That's the mob farming mod, right? That's been moved over. Why are you stuck? Did you get broken here? No? Something broke here. Something is stuck. What about you? There's nothing in there. So why are you... Robot arm UV is stuck for some reason. Is there a fluid in here that's not supposed to be in there? Mm. I remember this happening last time where it just refused to build and I don't know why. Unless you somehow ran out of power, which I don't believe so. No, I'll come back to it. Actually, let me cancel this. Try to craft a couple robot arms. The robot arms might have gotten stuck somewhere. No, it crafts. I don't get it. It's weird. So if I try to craft the auto taping maintenance hatch, I wanted 3 of these guys to start off with. I don't know why it got stuck. Anyways, the what I was working on was cerium, this stuff here, right? So now that I have a bunch of that, Quest here tells me, okay, get this crystal. Okay, how am I going to do that? After you get the first gem, you can also use your autoclave to grow crystals. Using vacuum furnaces might be a better choice, though. How will you get a lot of lutetium? I'm not doing nuclear physics, I just use bees. So it tells me the vacuum furnace recipe is probably going to be better, so I'm going to trust that. This one here, this is the recipe that I want. Yeah. Hang on. That's different, right? Cerium doped lutetium aluminium oxygen blend dust. Okay, it does change. All right, I'm just gonna throw this in this guy, but I think I have to upgrade the Utuputanuri. I love the name of this thing. It's so funny to me. Am I even using this for anything? Not really, but I'm still gonna set up a. Actually, this works just fine. I can do this. Okay. All right, set up a dual interface then. Dual interface and a relay. Yeah, but I've only heard good things about Monofactory. I can't really say that. Like, I can't really say that I'm going to play it, but I'm not going to say no. My next mod pack, I'm also doing a compact claustrophobia let's play on YouTube. And shameless advertisement, right? But my next mod pack is going to be Meatball Craft once I finish compact claustrophobia. I've been wanting to play that one, and then I heard that they finished it. And I'm excited for that. How do you spell vacuum? It's two U's or two C's? I always forget. Two U's. Two U's. Gotta learn how to do the HPCA research. What does that mean? Vacuum. Furnace. I'm at CPM. What's HPCA? Is that something here? I don't actually know. Need the big computers. Yeah, that might be a Monofactory thing because I'm not sure of what you're referring to. We out here on GT&H. Very different. Even though it's still Gregtech, right? But it's just the very different things. Data orbs and stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, that's exciting. I'm gonna put this guy here, but I'm gonna have to upgrade this guy. And it's you're not gonna like how I upgrade it, but I have to do it like this. Do I have circuit 3 over here? Let me check. No, I don't. And am I gonna set it up? Nope. So the Utuputanuri, this guy needs 24 coils. So this recipe here says it needs to do this. Is there a way in Greg to lock output buses to an item? I know GT&H does have that. I don't know about other mods because Monofactory is like a 1.20 mod pack, right? Something like it's very modern. This one doesn't have it though. So in GT&H, I don't really have a good way. Let me see. Let me show you what I mean. So output bus, right? Let's say again, LV output bus. This one has this output filter. So I can tell this thing, oh yeah, just take that item out. And it works like that. But I don't know if other versions of Gregtech have that. I'm not really familiar with them because the only Gregtech I've played is on GT&H, and it's like its own world. It's so much different than what other mod packs have. Where was I at? So this guy needs 24, and this thing needs an electrum flux. So I'm gonna have to give it electrum flux coils, 24 of them. So I can do 24 minus 3. There you go. Craft those coils. And then you're also going to need power. This is a UHV recipe. So give it a UHV energy hatch. UHV energy hatch. This is going to be kind of expensive, but oh, you know what that reminds me? It says it's missing cosmic neutronium, but I had set this up to actually put all of that in here, and it looks like it finally finished. Yeah. So now I can just give this a storage bus. I got a quest for some reason. A storage, but that's a little loud. Give me a couple of you. But I would imagine that you can lock output hatches. Oh, buses versus hatches. I always get those mixed up. I don't know if you can do that here though with the output hatches. Let me get an EV one. Yeah, you can. Again, I think that's just the GT&H thing. I don't know if other versions of Gregtech have that feature. Storage bus. I'm still waiting. I do need a cable though. Put that right there. I still need the storage bus though. Hurry up. What are you stuck on? Oh, you're stuck on the coils, aren't you? Yeah, you're absolutely stuck on the coils. So this recipe shares the storage bus recipe. They're shared. So it's like stuck. Sir, I kind of need the storage buses. You know, cancel that for now. And then we'll come back to that. I do need the storage buses. I'll wait a little bit for that. How is this going? Maintenance hatches are crafting, actually. This is a very expensive recipe, though. Where's my ass Linus back here? What are you talking about? You have the recipe. Unless, hang on. Crafting, no, it's the auto taping maintenance hatch. Did the recipe not put in the indoloi? It's missing the indoloi for some reason. That's weird. Hang on. Money has infinite channels too. That's pretty cool. I mean, you can do that here. There's nothing stopping you from playing how you want, right? I know there's some people that play through GT&H and they just turn off channels. That's completely okay too. You play as how you would need. At this point of the playthrough, we're pretty far in. And we did get the neutronium energy cell, so it's kind of like I have infinite channels, but I like having that like mentality, that extra form of thinking, you know. Like, hey, I might need to set up things in a way that don't use all 32 channels. I'm confused here. Why do you not have the molten indoloi there? No idea. Go ahead and craft it though. Probably try to craft something else. The one big problem is the pack is still in flux, so stuff keeps getting nerfed, particularly power gen. Oh, I feel that. That's absolutely what goes on in GT&H as well. You're not accepting fluid. Sir, you can't fit any more fluids. Yeah, that'll be an issue. Oh, we need to expand the input hatches. That makes sense. How much fluid did this thing like try to attempt to push? Let me check here. Oh yeah, look at that. I should have checked that. So one of these maintenance hatches is trying to push 256,000 lubricant, and I'm only using HV input hatches. That'll cause problems. Okay. It's definitely like that in GT&H too. That this pack is constantly getting updated. We have just use the CPM ones. Yeah, that's where the indoloi was. They're actually getting ready to update the pack again. Like I'm on version 2.7.4, I think. And version 2.8 is coming out, I think, next month. That's what they said. Pretty exciting. It's just crazy. This pack has been going around for like, I think 10 years or something like that. 9 or 10 years. Those are the numbers I remember. Been going on for a while though. It's kind of crazy. There we go. So now you're crafting, right? Yes. 75 seconds. That's actually not that bad, but you are consuming an absurd amount of power, almost 8 million. That's fine. Our power generation can keep up with it. No problem. Okay. I got distracted there trying to fix that. I gotta pay attention to this still. Trying to get the biocatalyst medium going. All right. Okay, so I needed the storage bus. That's what I was doing. But when a pack does that, the player's creativity is rewarded. No, but I also totally understand the need to update packs because sometimes you add things later and it's like, wait, we gotta change some things. I'm very like open-minded. I'm very fluid when it comes to changes. So I'm okay with it, but I can also understand why some people may not be. That's totally fine too. I think an example I can give was when the pack updated to 2.7, my base kind of broke because it introduced the water line, like this stuff here. And I was at ZPM already, and I was able to make like ZPM energy hatches, right? But then the update came out, and then it basically locked ZPM energy hatches behind purified water, and I just couldn't make them anymore. So it was pretty funny. 2.8 is going to be the same with netherite. Not quite. I've heard about the netherite. Yeah, they're backporting like all the 1.16 stuff, right? That's a good example too. It's like it's absolutely gonna break my stuff. But you know what? That's fine. It's just new stuff for me to figure out. I'm excited. People were using solars and solars got nerfed. Yeah. That tends to happen in like any game though. If you tell the devs like, "Hey, this feature is absolutely broken. It's powerful. It's so good." They're going to nerf it because they want you to have a challenge. It's a challenging mod pack in the first place. Yeah, I don't mind it cuz I like to learn. It's just part of the fun for me. I need the coils. I need 24 of these, 24 minus 7. There we go. I also need a UHV energy hatch. Just one of you. What bugs me is pointless changes to multis. Like the 4 blocks they added to autoclave multi. What do you mean autoclave multi? I mean, that I kind of understand if it just looks like this is the Amogus block. It better still look like an Amogus. I would be disappointed if it stopped looking like one. They buffed Nuclear Craft, which rewards knowing that pack, except now they're removing it entirely. Money meta, spam turbines into a NAC reactor or you're doing it wrong. That's funny though. Inside the multi for some reason, I don't know. One thing I will ask though is like, if any devs are watching, please fix the, I think it's the flocculation purification unit. I'm flocculating so hard right now. Anyways, no, it's not this one. There's another multi-block I'm thinking of. I think it might even just be this one. The actual purification plant, because like there's a spot here. No. This, I think, there's one of the multi-blocks. I think it is a flocculation unit. It's just weird. It's like missing a block. My save is giga corrupted. It's a flocculating extra fluids into its output. I don't even know how this works. I set it up and then I just walked away from. Oh, anyways, I set it up and I just kind of left it there and I forgot about it. I could have sworn it was this one where there was just a random block that didn't need to be there. Yeah, it is the purification plant because the actual construction of this, you don't actually need these two blocks over here. It's weird for some reason. It had distilled water in the output hatch somewhere somehow. I haven't really noticed any issues with it, no. And speaking of the Mani meta to spam turbines, I didn't want to stop that discussion. I don't know if there's any meta for GTNH. What I kind of did was just spam the benzene until I got nitrobenzene, and then I just relied on this guy, XL turbo gas turbine, to do that. And then we just stuck with this one, and then I upgraded to plasma, which is what this guy is using. Actually, no, I kept it on the small turbine, and then I upgraded to the big turbine. I kept going, and then NAC reactor, and then I'm just probably going to stick with this for a long time. This is actually really strong. Can't load any worlds. That's just that's how I approach things. If it doesn't work and I can't be bothered to figure it out, just nuke it. Start from scratch. I don't think I would do that for this world because this has been going on for like a year. Actually, almost a year and a half. We started this playthrough in December 2023. It's been that long. But I've been having a lot of fun with it since. You know, it's just a good time where I'm like, and yes, I have recorded the entire thing. What's the other option? Going outside to touch grass? Yeah, like actually just going to work. I'm just saying though, if I didn't have to work this mod pack, I would have finished this a long time ago. I'm pretty confident in saying that. What the heck? You're stuck. Oh, you're stuck on the coil blocks because everything here needs the ass machine. This guy needs. Oh, I can move this. I can move those recipes over here because you're now. I think you're running UHV power, right? You're running UHV power. I can move that recipe over. Please. Oh, shush. All right. Yeah, this guy, I can move it over. And circuit. This is circuit 1, right? Hang on. Highly something. The circuit 1. Shush, you're loud. Jeez. Right there. No space. Right there. And it started crafting instantly. But yeah, no, I do touch grass. I'm not gonna say how often, right? But I do touch grass every now and then. I'm not a fan of the hard tier gates in GT though. That's totally fair. They can be a little tricky. It's understandable. Put that there and make another highly. Whatever, craft it. Then cancel that recipe. Consider a silly line where you can get the fusion products, but it takes 1,000 block abomination to yield the stuff in. Hell yeah, that sounds fun. That does remind me of this thing, the neutron activator, because I don't like how it says here. It's that every height of the speeding, every speeding pipe. That's hard for me to say. Speeding pipe casing gives a time discount, right? And it doesn't actually specify how tall you can make it. So if you build this thing sideways, it'd be so funny. Like how long can this possibly get? I know people have told me before I should upgrade it, but I honestly like everything in this room. This is the the Platline room, and plus Platline, Basnasite, Monocyte, and Naquadah. Everything is in this room. I have not paid attention to this room ever since I built it. Honestly, I'm not going to deny that. This is forgotten. I haven't come back to this yet. I'm probably going to have. I'm going to suffer later. I know, but that's a future problem for future burning. I tend to say that kind of often though. But anyways, yeah, you can probably make this as long as tall as you want, and I want to see a ridiculously large neutron activator. It'd be so funny. I'm drinking some water. 1 second. Okay. I need some electrum flux coils. You're almost done. I just need one more, actually. This is just waiting for all that to finish, and actually, the maintenance hatch is actually finished. Oh, we can craft them now. Hell yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and replace them immediately. I made 3 4-hour power generators because if they are ever low on maintenance, they lose a lot of power. Before, they were set up with downlink modules, but I just haven't paid attention to them. And this way, I don't ever have to pay attention to these. Will I replace every machine with these? No, because you know how expensive these guys are. So things that are running nonstop, yes. But like crafting machines, not really. I'm probably gonna make a lot of these maintenance hatches. Can I make 100? I'm just. Oh, it was thinking. It thought real hard, and it did not want to do it. You're missing volumetric flasks, which means you need so much of the bacterial vat stuff. Speaking of bacterial vat stuff, hang on. It's making progress. We just need this to get to 8,000, and it should be good. Auto maintenance is fairly early. No, it's very late out here. It's very late. Base, it's a UHV thing, actually. Okay. Electrum Flux. I'm going to add this song to the playlist. Hang on. I like this one. Add. Is it? Add to this playlist. Yes. Thank you. I'm scared to update the pack because I'll be UXV next. Does it go straight from ZPM to UXV? ME requester. Is that the maintainer, level maintainer? Is that what you're talking about? No, we get these like at, what is this, IV? EV even. Been idling here for a while I work on my Platline rework. That's exactly what this command is for. Appreciate it, Novaship. How's it going? Well, if you ever want like inspiration on how to do Platline, don't do this. Actually, no, I do recommend level maintaining. My Platline is entirely level maintained. All of these are set up to be level maintained. It's actually really strong byproducts over here. And look at that. Like, what am I going to do with 6,000 stacks of platinum? This is ridiculous. I love it. It's really good. It's strong. And like all of the entire plat line, you can level maintain with only 2 chemical reactors. Like, I had a bunch of recipes here. I've been taking them out, right? But I was able to do them all in 2 chemical reactors. That's great. I need to drink some more water. Making me talk a lot. What is this about the Open computers nerf. They're gonna make level maintainers use open computers? I've never heard of that before. I don't know if the plat line is the same in GTNH and Mani. I'm assuming it is. It starts at a platinum metallic powder dust, which is a redundant way to say that. Energy hatch. They're getting reworked. Uh-oh. Let me just, what are you? Get out. Then we upgrade this. You know you love to see it. Piss coils. Did you load up another instance and your save didn't work still? That sucks. Rest in pieces. Precarious as saves. Okay, I finally did what I wanted to do. Running mode dehydrator. I'm going to switch this to vacuum furnace and then probably take off all of this stuff because honestly, I'm not going to use anything with it. Carax82, I'm joining you in purgatory. Did something happen to Carax? I know he beat like the season 3 or something like that, or he started season 3 or something. I haven't really seen his videos actually. Maybe I'll check it out because I've been on a content drought on YouTube lately. I don't really know what to watch on YouTube anymore. Kind of watched everything, so maybe I'll watch a little bit of Carax. I don't know how to pronounce it. His tier 3 run, his computer died and it stopped. Oh, that sucks. How did it die? You ever explain how it died? Was it just GTNH that caused it to blow up? Pretty funny. It's simplified by a few steps, but mostly the same. Okay. Let's get this going. I have to babysit this until we have enough biocatalyst. Huge storm, I think. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of storms in Texas mostly. That's where I'm from. I got woke up like in 2 or 3 in the morning from a pretty big thunderstorm. Surprised my PC didn't explode. Maybe I shouldn't jinx it, right? It was when North Carolina got snapped. Okay. Yeah, the storms will do that to you. I'm missing something. Transformer, not energy hatch. This guy. Okay. Yeah, I know someone in the audience has told me before about getting a UPS. You just said it. You beat me to it. I have definitely like been told get a UPS because this playthrough has ran for like over an hour, no, not an hour, a year and a half, right? There has been a couple of power outages, and of course people are telling me just get a UPS, you need one. And I'm like, okay, sure, and I just don't. Still haven't gotten one. First fusion reactor, upgrade the LSC to UV capacitors. I would go for fusion. And I'm only saying that because that's how I did it. I back up to my phone once a week. How does that work? Like your phone can store your GTNH world? That's probably why it broke. I'm joking. Okay, but I need a, how do the kids say it these days? I need to lock in before this stuff blows up. UHV energy hatch. Transformer. Facing down, step up from UV to that. Okay, yes, no explosions. Right there. It's I think the superconductor coils are going to be the biggest bottleneck. So I didn't get LUV capacitors until after the fusion reactor, like the first one. So that's what I did. Okay, this looks like it's working. You're on UHV power. Should be good. The zombies come, I'll still be Gregging. Honestly, same. Oh no, zombie apocalypse. That just means more off time to play some Minecraft. And to actually finish this playthrough. Someone's got to finish this playthrough. It can only be me. And I keep crafting it until I get enough. I'm almost there. It should be 32. You can even check the actual recipe here. Fusion controller. It tells you 32. So what I did, Nova Ship, is I actually what I did was I crafted the Fusion Mark 1 and then the Fusion Mark 2, and then that's when I started upgrading my capacitor bank. It took me a while to upgrade it. And right now it's not really that upgraded. It's just a single, like a UV capacitor in there. And then yeah, after I did the Fusion Mark II, which is this guy, I just went straight to compact. I don't know if I recommend it because this is very expensive. It took me like 2 weeks of nonstop grind to just get this. Backups are foobarred. What did you do? What did you do to your playthrough? Okay, we need to be able to make this and this. Um, I no, because the Americium B. There's two things why I don't want to do this. The Americium B. In order to actually get this, you need to use a compact fusion computer Mark II. You need the tier 2 fusion. I only have tier 1. And tier 2 is a little more, it's a little expensive. Plus, I kind of made like not a full decision, but I just don't want to deal with bees anymore. Don't want to deal with it. So I'm like kind of avoiding it. So my solution for Americium is whenever, every now and then when I log off, just batch craft like 10,000 of it and just, it'll make it. Issue tracker on GitHub also mentions power outage. Oh, that's funny. I've considered it like whenever, if I do another playthrough, it'll be solar only. I want to give it a try. It's probably not a very good idea, but it might be fun, right? This just needs to be a fluid extractor. Good example of what I mean is the LCR. Yes. One of the machines of all time. LCR is great. This is going to be a macerator. How the heck? Exquisite cerium doped lutetium aluminium garnet. That's a recursive craft. LCRs have no overclock limit. No, they're perfect overclock machines here too. Are they different items? No. No, you're not. Join the bandwagon and just build a few vac nukes. I have never played with vac. Uh, kind of digging through the patterns here. I think I have to like the even subtick in GTNH. What does that even mean? That's a thing? How the heck do I get this? It's this, and then I imagine not autoclave. No, don't make me do this recipe. I don't like chance outputs. If they go below 1 tick, LCR starts to pair. Oh, okay. There's a line to electrolyze lutetium and europium, but it's UV. I don't think we have that unless... Is this what I'm going to have to do? That's a weird 5.14% chance. I wonder if that's like related to something. But what if I do this? No, it looks like I'm going to have to do the autoclave recipe. Hang on. After you get your first gem, you can also use your autoclave to grow the crystals. Oh, okay. So you just need one to start with. Okay. You need one to start with. I'll do that then. Okay, give me a bunch of that and then a lot of molten lutetium. Got you. But like, if I can only slap 8 IV energy hatches on an electrolyzer, fusion could be skipped. I don't know why I have 517,000 lutetium, but I will not complain about it. Thank you. This is an autoclave, right? And you need to be UV. Our autoclave is a little sad, though. And it's not at UV, so I have to upgrade you to UV power. Which I think you're going to like that a lot, actually. Okay, fine. Okay, let's make a UV energy hatch. Thank you. Okay, I think I know what you're saying. Also known as LCRs are kind of overpowered, is what I'm understanding from that. And I totally understand that. Okay. You're crafting for a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to need to upgrade that, this guy to UV. I don't think I have to upgrade anything else right now. And I'm going to need a transformer. One that'll step up from CPM to UV. That one's okay. And then we have a coil right there waiting for us. And this is almost done. Okay, and while we're waiting, I have to keep reminding myself the bacterial vat. I have to babysit it until we have enough for it to just start crafting nonstop. You know what? It might honestly just be faster if I use UV, a ULV energy hatch. Not energy hatch, ULV output hatch. I'm really gonna make a pattern for it, right? Using polybenzimidazole. Of course I am. Hell yeah. The circuit 2. Right there. Output hatch. Praise. I will always be a fan of people typing out the emote names and I can't see it. I love it. It's just funny. It's funny to me. I do that sometimes, like on various servers I'm a part of, and I'm like, I just say like G. It's like I'm just typing and I just say G PogChamp or something. So you had a power outage. Jeez, everyone's getting power outages these days. It's the new thing. and nuking their computers. Okay, this should speed things up if I have less fluid available. Bio catalyst. Try to craft one. Yeah, I bet. At least for Texas, I heard that it's going to be like the hottest like ever. I think it's going to be pretty hot. Got this guy. Got 12.5 inches of rain a few weeks back. Wow. Gonna rip this apart. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, 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 bye. Then put the UV energy hatch right here. Transform it. Then step up. Then face it down into there. And then plug the coil cover for the power. UV right here. Don't blow up. No explosions. So you should be able to run the recipe that I'm trying to go. Or I'm trying to do. There we go. Try to make me a couple of those, please. This is not a good sign when you see nothing there because there's no outputs. I just need one, please. And then from there, I can make the rest. Help me try to understand. I just want to be someone who can. It rained pretty hard last night. I think I already talked about that, though. Got jump scared. 3 in the morning. Thunderstrike. I would call that a win if you don't remember. Just roll with it. What tier were you in, anyways? I know you may have mentioned it before, and I know you've hung out before, but I don't know if you mentioned what tier you were in. UV, sort of. I love that. How's my cosmic neutronium? We only have 723,000. Hell yeah. I'll leave that going. Oh, I think that was a good idea. We're crafting up much bigger batches now because the output hatch is so small now. I think that's what it was. How big of a batch? Yeah, now it's like 1,000 at a time. Okay, that's what I should have done. Should make a smaller output hatch. Lesson learned for someone, for other people. Okay. Oh, you know what? Might as well just craft another batch while I'm here. We're almost done. We're almost done, and then I don't have to pay attention to it ever again. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna have to pay attention to it because it's gonna break. Have I shown you guys what the setup I have for biocatalyst? It's level maintained. And this is what I have for the bacterial vats. It's some cursed, I can't even explain to you what's happening. I built it once. I was probably like either drunk or half asleep. And then I just copied it. It works. And it's level maintained, which is really funny. Money doesn't have vats. It's interesting. I like it when they add like different topics. Not topics. Just different things. I saw that we had one crystal in there, so it did work. Like different mechanics. I do like that. Biolab is kind of tough to deal with, but how I have it set up, it works just fine. Okay, and then I can Oh, look at that. It was actually able to take some of it out. I'll wait for that. Look at that. We actually had some. I think one more craft, we should be good to go, actually. Yeah, one more craft, we should be good. I mean, let me pay attention to this real fast while I... Because once it gets to 2,000 or like halfway, we should be good to go. Actually, it should be good now, right? You only need 4,000. Okay. Anyways, we did get the lutetium gigabrain. We got this stuff, right? So I'm thinking about this. This is a weird thing because you're cycling things over and over again. So it sounds like I'm going to have to do a similar setup to the mysterious rock crystal chip parts, where I just have a bunch of it being processed over and over again. And then whenever it fills up, the leftovers, like this stuff, would just get used in the crafts themselves. So I think I'm going to have to do that. So let me macerate this first and then craft a couple of those exquisites. So if I try to craft one, you want to use 50%. So let's craft two of them just to start off with. And then how long do you take? Oh, you're actually not that slow. All right. So what I need to do is very similar. I need to have a macerator set up to do that. Let's just make a, I mean, I'm just going to use an IV macerator, honestly. Not IV, CPM. This macerator is going to be like better macerator than any other macerator we have in the entire base. And it's going to be used for one thing. I'm also going to need a drawer. Let me just double check I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is just the regular drawer. So it sounds like it was a power outage that messed up your world, right? Because like a year and a half, and I've never really had an issue with the world breaking apart like that. Never had that. I just need the 2 circuits, right? Yeah. Corrupted atomic horizons. Dim data file. That just sounds funny to me when you say dim data. I don't know if you've seen Timmy Fairly and Timmy. What's the show called? Fairly Odd Parents. Doug Dimmadome. For some reason, you saying dim data reminded me of that. Dim data owner of the dim data Dimmadome. I don't know what I'm saying. Hurry up! You're so slow. Slow as heck. Someone should really upgrade this stuff. That someone should be me. Why are you so slow? Probably because you're still running. Oh, you have UV parts. That's what it is. I've been holding off on it, but I need to start committing to more power transforming because a lot of the machines I've been setting up in that room, these all rely on Tesla coils still. But I shouldn't really do that. And most of these machines, not really most of them, it's some of them. They're connected to what I call the biblically accurate active transformer. Thing's got cables sticking out of it left and right. But the future plan is to just connect everything to these transformers.
Enjoy drink cup.
Oh, Allie's telling me to drink. The rubber band ball hasn't had any screen time in a while. I'm actually like running very low on water, so probably after this, and if I get thirsty again, I'll refill. Hey, Allie, thank you. Galactic Science 1 was a fun pack aside from the fact Mind Cam is kind of unstable. Never heard of that pack. What's that about? Have this guy. I'm going to put this little setup over here. So what I'm going to do is put the macerator down like that. And then the drawer. And then you are going to have CPM, a coil. Coil is also CPM power, so I can just put that there. Can't hear, so hope that interrupted something important. Okay. How dare. Right there. Then auto output right there. And then I'm going to lock that. There we go. Let's get some qubit. Literally had to cheat the last quest twice, crash landing, but in space. I've played my fair share of, I'm not going to say bad mod packs, but I'm going to say incomplete mod packs. I've played my fair share of them. And then some that I just didn't have the patience to complete, like Exoria, I think that's what it was. Where the premise of that mod pack was like you were stranded in a distant planet and you had to work your way through it. Maybe I've also considered doing that one as my so like my solo let's play series I do on YouTube. Like right now I'm doing compact claustrophobia, and the big reason why I'm even doing that one is because I didn't finish it when I first played it like a couple years ago. It's true though. Absolutely true. It's the curse of Gregging, right? It's a good pack. I can't think any of us can deny that. It's just a really good pack. And like a lot of the features in NEI, it's really hard for me. Like it's really hard for me to be okay with them not being there. For example, the super cool bookmarking you can do, the fact that you can like, oh, I need a let's say I want to make a staff of teleportation, right? Okay, boom, there it is. You can't do this in any other mod pack, I don't think. So I miss that in especially in compact claustrophobia. It makes things a little tricky to deal with. If I dev a pack at this point, I'd want to do it on 0.7.10, and at that point, I might as well just hop on GTNH. Yeah, I've heard that that's part of the pipeline is play GTNH, beat the pack, dev GTNH. Exquisite. Need to make one of you. I would like to see remaster the classic with GTNH for. Oh, that would be so cool. Who knows? Maybe GTNH gets so big it starts bleeding into other mod packs and it becomes its own like mod launcher. Wouldn't that be funny? Shove them all into POT. So that's the cool thing about like are they like self-sustained? Like they work anywhere? That's really cool to think about. I need to check my level maintainers. So what I'm looking for is just confirmation that there is definitely rock crystal chips. Okay, so I need to be crafting just one. All right, I need to be actually crafting the this stuff here. Took a whole day to get each working. That's funny. So I'm going to add this guy and level maintain it. And this is a similar setup to what I have for the crystal chips, these guys. So I have this level maintained, right? So the base tries to craft one, but then it immediately gets consumed and makes these crystal chip parts because this is like a recursive craft otherwise. And I don't like dealing with recursive crafts because I don't think you can actually deal with them correctly. Same idea with these exquisite whatevers. It's going to keep crafting this dust over and over again until it clogs. And then this is used for the recipe to craft more of it if I need it somewhere else. So that's what we'll do. So this is now dealt with, and I should be able to craft this now. So if I try to craft a sock, it will let me. Hot takes in 2025, you can keep Botania. I don't mind Botania that much. I haven't really played it much in this mod pack, though. Oh, let me check on the recipe, make sure it's working. Oh, go. Look at that. Look at our little laser go. I love that. All right, so that's crafted. We have our socks now. Hell yeah. Okay, next up is wraps. Sock wraps. There we go. Then I'll just throw that in where? Circuit 16 ass machine, which is over here. Right here. Where all the wraps are, basically. Okay, so let's try crafting a wrap. And this means that our IV circuits, I think, can finally be improved. These guys, these are going to be crafting a little faster now. So now it's this recipe. And it's going to make them a little cheaper, so I'll stick with that. Just having NEI in older mod packs is a game changer, though. It's true. Especially with like all the updates that GTNH has done. It's so good. I love it. All right. There we go. And I can actually just replace that pattern. And this is our new way of crafting IV circuits. It's right here. Yeah. Right there. And let me just make sure I can actually craft them, though. No. Yttrium, barium, cuprate, bolt. Going to need to do that recipe. And then a extruder bolt. I don't have space. There's one that I added just for like one craft, and I'm going to take it out. It's a tantalum. That was just for the double layer capacitor, and now I don't really need it. Can I craft the crystal processors now? Looks like I can. Okay, let me just double check that you're actually crafting. Hell yeah. And then I should upgrade the machines to do that. I want to move these out of the way at some point. Yeah, what is planar vortex? The heck is this? I'm scared. Ain't touching that. Oh, let me check on this. Oh, that's a good sign. So we need exactly half in here to do the recipe. So I'm going to get a volumetric flask. You energize and collapse a node to create a teeny tiny little 100% safe hole in reality. It may or may not leak into your safe as well. I don't think 100% safe is the correct wording for that. I guess this one. I need 232. How much again? I forgot. 232. 232. There we go. 100% safe 22% of the time, right? Okay, so if I try to craft bio catalyst medium now. Did it not like that? Hang on, let me cancel that. There we go. It's going to make 2002. And then, yeah, okay. So this works now. Sweet. Now, what I do next, we level maintain the heck out of this. Took a while, but we actually got it. I forget how much I do this. 10 million? Okay, fine. 10 million it is. 10 million. Okay. There we go. So now over a while, we're going to have 10 million of this raw biocatalyst medium, assuming we actually had the resources for it. And assuming I set this up correctly, which I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. It's going to wait for this to go to finish because of the activity detector. Actually, did I? No, I don't remember. Active without signal. Let me double check here. I set it up correctly, of course. Okay. My CPM caps are still correct. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Crafting, okay. All right, our base is looking pretty good, actually. I was able to upgrade some things. We actually got raw biocatalyst medium. Now, the whole point of that, actually, I forgot, was to get UEV circuits. So I'm going to pick up a cell. Let's continue with the processing. I need to pick up one crystal sock. I can do that real quick. And then for this over here, I need to pick up one cell of raw biocatalyst medium right here. On the bright side, I time traveled to a location. I didn't misclick my backbone and powerful, fail my entire. Oh, okay. I like the song. I'm adding it to the playlist. Haken, by the way. Haken's great. I'm going to pick this up, complete another quest. Are you completing quests out here? Who would have thought? If you guys watch me for a while, you would know that I just don't complete quests because I always skip them. Not on purpose, though. It's always by accident. Looks like all I really lost was the bedrock MB I bred. Ouch. So biocells. Let's craft this now. Care about mutagen. Keep doubling it. That's as much as you accept, right? Yeah. Chemical reactor blank. Yeah. UA 0. Oh, got all these recipes right there. So if I try to craft the biocells, you're still missing sterilized biocatalyst medium. Just go ahead and do that. And I'll put that right here. That one goes here. Fluid in the fluid heater. There's a reason for 51,000 and I don't remember. Probably because... Actually, I don't even know. Excuse me, I sneezed. Why did I make 51,000? I'll increase the batch. Fine. Fine. Increase it. That's why, because it just doesn't really work well. It's fine. Maybe I should wait on that though, because we don't have enough of that to actually. Hang on. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough for this. How much do I need? Hella. But I know we can craft it at least. It's gonna take a while for this to build up though, but that's fine. And we are missing some seaweed extract though, to even craft a batch of biocells. Let me see here how much we're gonna need for all of this. Making the bio board is pretty much the same process as making a wetware board, just that, oh god, that's expensive. That's so funny. Oh no. That is actually pretty expensive. That's a little pricey. I'm gonna just trust that this works. I'm not gonna change it. How much power are you? You are UV, so you should be okay. It says here that I need to make the circuit assembler, but you don't really need to because the multi-block works just fine. UV is such a brick wall for progression. It is, but it's just funny. I like the quest description. Oh god, it's so expensive. It's true, but you know what? I got no complaining. It actually doesn't look too bad. Like, we're not really struggling, honestly. I still have yet to really feel that, like, oh no, this is so bad. No, I have. But whenever that happens, you just gotta, I don't want to say it, but you gotta lock in. I've been saying that a little more often lately. Neutronium foil, what the heck? This is where it gets ridiculous because neutronium takes forever. But that's also why I pre-craft it. Double it. Yeah, do that. That is a blank chemical reactor recipe. You can go right there. That's way too many items. You're not going to work. You cannot even fit that many items. 12. That works. Went to request a stack of ZPM capacitors and 8 just said, nuh-uh. You crazy? Ain't gonna do that. So how much do I need for I'm gonna be building recipes until it gets there. Okay, this is probably a good time for me to upgrade the this guy over here. Because right now he's running UV. So I'm going to give it a UHV energy hatch. But like a pretty good one. No, we're not doing laser. You crazy. It's going to be the same amount of power, I think. I think it's going to be, how much power are you getting? You're getting 64. So this is what? 4 amps of UHV. I think that's fine for now. Probably going to suffer, right? But we'll stick with that. Or should I like... No, we'll stick with that for now, for it to be the same amount of power. So I need to make some patterns for the it's UHV energy hatch, but the 4 amp one. Wherever it is. That one. That is going to be in a blank ass machine. Put that over here. Yeah, and like I've tried to one of the side projects I wanted to do before I decided not to was make the Mark II compact fusion, right? I already have like the data stick for it and everything. Wait, did I not have it? Oh, I guess I didn't. Well, for example, if I wanted to craft a compact fusion Mark II, right? To even build this, you need 48 Mark II computers, right? Oh, I did have a recipe for it. Okay. Yeah, and it's like, no, actually, we're not that far off. What the heck? Is that what I'm trying to craft? No, just to have it. um, no, just to have it mostly because our one way we get fuel is this recipe here. The Nakoda based fuel is so funny. It's in a Mark II fusion reactor. And if I'm going to try and craft a ton of it at once, it's probably best just to get a compact fusion. I was also going to do it for more power, but then someone taught me the ways of the NAC reactor, and this thing is actually kind of broken, so I'm just going to use that instead, and now I don't really have a reason to go compact Mark II, so I don't really want to worry about that. They are removing it as required, and reworking fusion related. Oh, okay. Sounds cool. What was it doing? The UHV energy hatch. I need a 4 amp one. I'm also going to need a transformer. So right now, how much power is going into here? There's a transformer here that goes from 64 amps into 16 amps of UHV. And then I need to step up one more time from 16 amps of UV. This one, yeah. Into 4 amps of UHV. So all of that will be going into this one, this advanced AST line, and allow this one to run UHV recipes now. I'm probably going to have to scan this, right? Yeah, need the neural processing units. I'll do that. Oh, look at that. Exactly one left. Sweet. And then we put that here. Now we'll need a data stick. Scan, please. You need to be a scanner mode. That's not that slow. Really looking forward to all the new building blocks. I'm excited for the netherite line. Sounds really fun. And just netherite as the whole idea, when it first came out in Minecraft, like in 1.16, right, with the nether update, that's cool because for the longest time, diamond was the king, and then netherite came out, and it just brought a whole like, I guess a new sort of thing to the to Minecraft in general. I say that, and I'm playing GTNH, which doesn't even have it, but now I'm excited they're bringing it over here. You're stuck on something. Might even be the cobblestone, honestly. It's the cobblestone. Yeah, I'm gonna have so much bedrockium required to be crafted for stuff. Isn't there like ore you can find? Hang on. I could have sworn there's like a bedrockium. There is an ore for it. It looks funny, but there is an ore for it. Oh, we can already pick it up. What about the small stuff? Tier 8. Now we would have to get it in Barnard F, which we can do now because we have a tier 8 rocket. So if I was really desperate for bedrockium, I could do that. I'm not, I don't want to do any more B stuff, honestly. I know I've talked about this before, but I really don't want to. So I'm just going to leave it there. Got him. I'm not a bee hater. I just kind of got over it. I mean, I'm like, I already have the mega apiary. So, no, I'm not a bee hater. I went through the grind. But I don't know. Oh, you know what? What made me hate the bees was that for the longest time I was like breeding them manually. Like getting the good stats. And then someone told me, dummy, just use all the gendistry stuff. And then I was like, you know what? Bees aren't so bad anymore. But I'm holding off any more bees until I get the integrated ore factory, which is what started this entire chain of events to get biocircuits. So right now, my bee setup is on a subnet. All of this is on a subnet, and I hate dealing with it because it always breaks. It's always maintaining itself. Like every time this is needs maintenance, the thing will shut down, and I just don't want to deal with it. So, um, also constantly gets clogged. I had to resort all the inventory, and then, anyways, long-term solution is I'm just going to add the entire apiary subnet, the bee stuff, and also the ore processing subnet. This one. It's all going to be crammed into an integrated ore factory and just be plugged in straight into the main network. But of course, to get this, you need UEV circuits. So that's where I'm on this tangent. Let's say tangent, right? Just to sound smart. You got caught. Yeah, I do use I use modernity. That's one of the main ones. So I remember like one of the most common questions I used to get was, "Hey, what texture packs are you using?" So I made an entire video just to answer it. And every time someone says textures in the chat, it just pops up with the link to the video. And it works pretty well. You're so slow. Now, what you want to bet is because the base is charging? No, but it is about to charge. That's the older one. I'm talking about a gigantic amount of more stuff. There's more? You got to send me some links to it. Hang on. I have links disabled. Let me disable links because I haven't really gotten any bots in a while. Give me 1 second. I disabled links from being shared because I have a lot of bots showing up, but it hasn't really happened too often. I'm gonna disable that setting. 1 second. It's in moderation. Chat options. Block hyperlinks. All right. All right. Try posting that link again. I wasn't able to see it. No sus links. There it is. Okay. Oh, there's a GTNH specific one. Oh. All right, I'll keep track of this then. Oh, it's using the like the what is it? The modern B texture. I'm aware how GitHub works. I use it for work all the time actually. But thanks for the instructions for other people. That's cool though. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll keep it open. Speaking of GitHub, I actually helped the DevOps team figure out like a whole bug about it because I was trying to push a release onto to the production floor, and it broke. The workflow broke, and then it's like I don't deal with this. So I talked to people, and then it ended up being a whole thing. All right, ingots are not cooking. You know why? Because our base is actively generating power. Whenever we generate power, we shut off the heavy machines like the blast furnace, the ass machine, and the chemical reactor. The ass line, sorry. Because they consume a ton of power, way more than we can actually generate. But that's what the streamer switch is for, so that it ignores that feature and it just crafts anyways. If you like the one you already used, put modernity underneath it, or it will change all Greg machines as well. Awesome. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. I guess I've been kind of away from the I guess like the general community theme. Is it compatible with UU text? Because that's what I use also. That's one question. I guess I should have a cooldown for the textures command. Oops. So, oh, it replaces everything. So UU text might have an issue. I'll play around with it. I'll figure it out. I was waiting for things and I forgot. UHV energy hatch and also the transformer. Transformer is finished though. Thank you. And then the UHV energy hatches being okay. And then I need to craft this guy here. Craft it. Put it above and it'll be fine. Awesome. Great. I'm gonna increase the batch craft of this to like. How many do I need to craft one of the circuits? Hang on. 16. Just do it. Do 16. Do 16. It's probably not a good idea, but you know what? It's fine. Then I'll put the recipe back here. Fine, bot. I clicked the link instead of asking which dark mode this is. No, it's okay. You don't have to watch it. Don't worry about it. It's scuffed GTNH dark. Yeah, it's scuffed. I don't know if it's been updated because this was intended for 2.5.1 and like some things like the toolbox aren't actually updated. So I don't know if it's been worked on. Haven't checked. Ass line. There you go. Yeah, to swap to charcoal. I really like this one. It works pretty well. What are you stuck on? Oh, you're stuck over there. Do you have a... No, you don't have a circuit 9, so that's part of the issue why it's over there still. No, you crafted. It okay, just finished actually. UHV energy hatch. Didn't feel like fixing everything myself and needed advanced P2P back. Oh, you're right. Advanced P2P is kind of busted. How do I show you? Yeah, it's a flashbang. No, thank you. I'm not really using advanced P2P anymore though, because once we got the neutronium energy cell going, I'm just going to be spamming wireless connectors everywhere instead. That's you. You're slowly convincing me to move over to charcoal. Maybe there's like an ordering thing I can do to have it work. Anyways, I'm going to break that guy and break the transformer. Break that as well. Break a couple more just to make sure nothing blows up. So this guy is going to have a 4 amp UHV power now. And then you're going to need to transform up. Then you also need to transform up. Step up, step up. And then go ahead and make them point up. Up, up. Just to make sure input CPM, facing up to get UHV 4 amps, and there it is. Then we connect. So now our ass line is running UHV power. Hell yeah. I kind of just want to push neutronium so I can swap to wireless spam. I already have my A2 designed around it. That's pretty much what I did. I refused. Like I vehemently refused. I don't know if that's the right word. Vehemently refused to use wireless at all until I got neutronium energy cells. And by wireless, I mean the wireless crafting terminal. I was still using some of these guys. But the wireless crafting terminal, I refused to make it until I got the infinity booster card and the infinite power. And now I'm like thinking like maybe I should not have waited that long. Is the biocatalyst not crafting? What's going on? You're out of seaweed extract. Okay, so if I try to craft a batch of these bioprocessing units, yeah, I need to deal with the seaweed stuff. That was the very first thing I crafted. It's so helpful. Neutronium foil and flux electrum casing. You need to be able to make some neutronium foil as well. Just make a stack at a time, sure. What tier power do you need? LUV. I have an LUV one. It's fine. I'm still getting used to it. You'll see. I haven't really been using it for that long. Bending 10. There you go. And then I need something for the electrum flux casing. I think I can just extrude that. I'm going to just make a stack, sure. No space for it. Of course not. Need a couple of these pattern capacity cards. Then we'll go over there. It's not bound to E. I'm trying to find a good reason to not bind it to E. And I can't think of what. I don't know. What if I need to look at my Galacticraft stuff? Yeah, we'll go with that. No, you caught me off guard. I'm using tab for mine. Bio processing unit. So pretty much all this is telling me is that I need hella seaweed extract. So I'm probably gonna have to set this up. Right. Make a way to do seaweed. Otherwise I'm gonna have to like mine this manually. There's a B for it. If there's a B for it, that's probably way easier because this looks like a pain in the ass to breed though. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. So it looks like we're at an impasse here. Either way to get CD extract is gonna be a pain in the ass. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, which is the lesser of two evils, if you will. And it might be another 2 bacterial vats, really? Oh, no, just one. I imagine just one. The heck even is unknown liquid? I would pump that. Okay. All of this stuff we can get. So we would need another one of you guys. Okay. And then to craft a bunch of these seaweeds. Okay. I'm not really willing to do that right now though, because it is past midnight for me, and stream is going on a little longer than I usually do. So it looks like I'm gonna have to set up a 4th bacterial vat. Doing this setup again. But look at that, it does work. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. So I think that's it for today. I had a good time today though. It was pretty fun. Thanks for all the chatting. It was a good time. I think so. So yeah, we definitely hit a wall. But we did fix some things. You know, we got our fuel fixed for sure. So now we're crafting a lot more fuel. We got plenty of that. This should last us for a while. It's so cool whenever people are like, hey, I'm from literally across the world. That's so cool. right, so I guess just to talk about what's next. I don't even know. Sounds like for next episode, I'm going to figure out how to get seaweed extract. I'm gonna need this stuff. Like, I can't be out there, go on another planet, because right now that's what I was doing. I just wanted to see how fast it was, right? So what I was doing to get this stuff was like, the heck, getting like a pair of dark shears, right, and just going down here and like just picking up literally everything, just go mowing down, destroy the environment, and I just completed a quest by accident. I might as well just do this for a little bit. We have the infrastructure for it, and then just dump everything back into storage. But this is enough for like not that much seaweed extract because it takes a stack of each stuff to do that. So that's not sustainable. So how do they even are they waterlogged? I didn't even realize that. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to notice. But that's definitely not going to be sustainable. So yeah, next episode we'll figure out how to get the seaweed extract stuff. It'll be through seaweed broth. We're gonna have to set up another bacterial vat. I should probably hold a stack of that. Unknown liquid. Yeah, I'm gonna hold a stack of seaweed. How do I spell seaweed? Like that. Give me that. Hold it on me, and then we'll get that, and then we'll figure out how to continue from there. But it sounds like pretty close. We'll be able to get the integrated ore factory, and I can finally move my mega apiary over, and maybe I will actually work on it a little bit more, right? Because it's not bad. It is pretty good, honestly. I just need to pay attention to it because I'm not really paying attention to it. I think I'll go ahead and leave it here for tonight. Let's go ahead and raid someone. If there's anybody playing, because usually I don't see anybody playing at this time. Or someone could be playing and I'm just very wrong. And Scorpion, thanks for the modernity plug. I'll check it out. I can't promise when I'm going to check it out because I'm going to be pretty busy this weekend. So I mentioned it earlier, right? But for the new people that have joined, I'm going to be playing, or me and my brothers are going to be recording Gang Beasts and Overcooked at my brother's place tomorrow. So I'm not going to be able to stream over the weekend like I usually do. That's why I'm streaming right now. I usually stream in the weekend mornings, but a little busy. I don't know when the next episode's going to be. Chances are it's just going to be like next week. Hey, Gang Beasts is fun. There's a video of us playing like 6 years ago, I think. And so my brother was like, let's do it again. It's going to be a whole thing. It'll be on his channel, though, if you're interested on that. It's OllieBro64 on YouTube if you wanted to check that out. It's just a bunch of kids just laughing like crazy. Try genital What a title. I'm kind of scared to Google that. That's really funny. All right, I'll check it out, but it doesn't sound like something I should probably. I probably shouldn't be playing it on stream. That's the only place you would learn about it, right? All right, we're gonna go ahead and invade or raid Reshort. We'll leave it here for tonight. Next stream, it'll probably just be next weekend. Until then. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Have a good night. Take care. Sounds like a jackass skit. Absolutely. All right. See you guys next time. See ya.